Oh, it's working now. Perfect. Okay, welcome everyone. This is finally the first game on the best of 7 series between TheViper and DauT for the quarterfinals of Mangrove Shallows Cup. Earlier today we had Tato versus Nikov. If you want to watch that and you're watching this on YouTube, it should be already online. If you're watching this live on Twitch, you can check the VOD later. We actually have a highlighted video already out, which skips all the countdowns and everything, just goes straight into the games. And yeah, this is going to be the second quarterfinals for today. Then tomorrow we're going to be casting the 2 remaining quarterfinals as well. We're going to see who moves over to the next stage, which is going to be the semi-finals next weekend. Right, so Aztecs versus Huns. Interesting situation. I was expecting TheViper to go either for Malay or for Aztecs in Arabia. DauT's going for Huns. It's gonna be an interesting matchup. TheViper's already laming everything. He could potentially take the elephant, but he is taking the sheep, and DauT's noticing, so he's getting the sheep back. He's going to get one sheep back. He doesn't know where the other one is. TheViper's gonna try to take it away. Yeah. So I will usually talk about the saves and the bonuses and whatnot as soon as we start, but because TheViper is fighting DauT, he is surely gonna try to lame, which means that we need to keep an eye on this. And yeah, after we get the elephant, we can probably we can talk about the civilizations and whatnot. Just need to make sure that the early game is not gonna be a disaster for DauT. TheViper is very good at doing these things. You would have to wonder though, is this like a Norwegian thing to do, try to lame? Alright, okay. Situation has stabilized. TheViper has already stolen one sheep. He might be able to steal these as well. Gonna have to wait. So DauT's finding them. But he also saw TheViper's eagle around here. And the issue for him is that he cannot really fight the eagle with the scout, because in Dark Age, eagle is stronger. And oh man, come on. How does TheViper know where the resources are? He doesn't know, okay. Now DauT's taking this. That was not a very good lure. But alright, now DauT at least is gonna be able to get the sheep back. He also found the rhino. You had 200 for DauT 4, 1 TheViper. Who's gonna take that bet? Seems like a high risk, high reward kind of thing. Oh, top end says best of 5. My bad. Give me a moment. There we go. Thank you for the heads up. Yeah, DauT's gonna take this. Okay, so Dark Age is going on without major issues for DauT. Fortunately, he only lost one sheep. Oh, and a villager going down. Okay, he lost a villager and also one sheep. Man, if you're gonna try to go for scouts, you really need to get all the food you can. You cannot be losing the free resources that you start with. Or the guild, actually. Yeah. Okay, so Viper doing a very good job over there. Gonna be taking this one back home. Alright, so let's talk now about the civilizations and the maps and whatnot. TheViper playing Aztecs. They're gonna start with plus 50 gold, which allows them to go for Minotaurs easier. They also get 18% faster training military units, except for monks. Villagers can carry plus 5 resources. And the monks get plus 5 HP per researched monastery tech. His map is looking quite alright. It seems like he is already going for the walls. We have a back main goal. The main stone is close to the TC, is between these two wood lines, so he could potentially wall this. Secondary stone is far away, secondary gold is far away forward. But the third gold is on the back, so it's good. If he manages to wall this front area, he should be able to take this quite safely uncontested. He's already going for the militia forward, and let's take a look at DauT, save and map. Alright, so playing Huns, DauT's gonna start with less 100 less wood than usual, but he's not gonna have to worry about building houses. He gets cheaper cavalry archers, 10 and 20% cheaper cavalry archers in Castle and Imperial Age respectively. He also gets 50% more, 50% accurate trebuchets, as opposed to 15, which is the norm for the rest of the civilizations. Unless you are playing Britons and you research Warwolf, then in such case you have 100% accuracy, but otherwise, Han trebuchets are much better. And yeah, there we go. Viper already going up to Fuel Age, gonna go for the Men-at-Arms upgrade. DauT's map, taking a quick look at it. Main gold and main stone available to him, secondary stone not, secondary gold and third gold not. And yeah, it's gonna be under pressure right now. 2 extra population right now for the Viper, going down to 1 just now. We have only 3 militias, soon to become Men-at-Arms. There we go. I'm kinda surprised though. Could have tried to go for 4. Maybe he didn't want to overcommit. Now DauT scout in this area. Let's take a look at what he knows. Alright, he knows where the TC is, but he is gonna need to... yeah, he's repairing this. Alright. I hear DauT wants to win this tournament only to be the top player again. How do you define that? Right, that's an interesting question. How do you define what's the top player? Is it the number 1 in the ladder at any given point? Because rated games are also serious games. Or is it only whoever wins the latest large tournament? Both options seem kinda... yeah, like temporary answers. But anyway, we have already the stable up. We're gonna... oh man, okay, there we go. First scout is gonna go forward. We already have a couple of scouts forward actually. So not only was DauT defending, he protect, but he also attack. Gonna start taking the goals, so we are probably gonna see... we cannot see really ranged units against Aztecs, so that was a very good pick for the Viper, because Hans can go either for knights or they can go for cavalry archers. Their options are not a lot, but yeah, the idea is that they get a strong raiding potential. So it really depends on what you want to go for, but yeah, the situation is that Aztecs get the best monks in the game, so you can counter knights with monks, especially the Viper, who has a very good micro-in ability. And the cavalry archers would just get destroyed by Eagle Warriors. So what is DauT gonna do? He's gonna take a free hit right here, right now. And man, that's a lot of scouts going down for free. Only 2 spearmen, not getting a single villager in exchange. Looking pretty bad. So not only is the Viper killing DauT's units, but now he's also causing some idle time over here with the villager repairing the palisades constantly. He's also with wheelbarrow already. So by the time DauT wants to go for wheelbarrow himself, he's gonna find himself falling behind in 1 villager again. Committing to scouts though. Let's see if he can do any damage. What else is he sending? Well, DauT's gonna... Viper's gonna send the Minotaurs and the Eagle back. And DauT cannot really do a whole lot. So, the Viper's not defending all the map. He's got 1 spearman here, but these villagers in gold are exposed. These villagers in wood are exposed. If you have high mobility, then you can get away with... yeah, you can get away with sniping a couple of villagers just by using the sheer mobility of the scouts. But yeah, he's not gonna do that. He's gonna go for wheelbarrow right now. Viper is getting the blacksmith up and going up to Castle Age. So DauT's already adding a couple of archer ranges. He's gonna go for archers, and I don't agree with that decision. I think the Viper is about to transition into... yeah, into Eagle Warriors. And that's gonna be bad news for any sort of ranged unit. So, well, 3 archers are gonna be enough to snipe spearmen potentially. Also a couple Minotaurs. DauT's already with fletching. So maybe the scouts and the archers are gonna be enough to do some substantial damage over here, but if it's not, then he's gonna be in troubles because we already have a couple of Eagle scouts out. Gonna keep going for more and more, and then those are gonna become Eagle warriors. Eagle warriors are gonna be able to take a decent fight against yeah, they're just gonna murder the cavalry, the scout cavalry. Alright, one villager from the Viper should be going down. Oh, the Viper really trying to get that, the perfect, the well-timed palisade walls up. Not gonna happen though. Alright, we have 7 archers here for DauT already. Is he sending more? He's sending more and more. DauT is going for scale barding armor. He's not gonna go for castle H at all. He's committing to fuel H 100%, but the Eagle warriors are gonna be good against the scout cavalry. They're gonna be fantastic against fuel H archers. And man, if DauT doesn't do major damage right now, this is gonna be over. Take a look at the Viper. Take a look at the Viper. He's gonna wall this. He's gonna wall this. The moment DauT tries to go to the right hand side, the Viper can wall this. So Eagle warrior coming up. Already the unit count for the Viper is 7. We have 3 Minotaurs as well. 1 spearman over there. The spearman has gone down to the archers. Archers trying to fight here. The Minotaurs, they should have the upper hand against Minotaurs, but against Eagle warriors it's not gonna be like that. The Viper doesn't even need to go for chain barding, for chainmail armor here for the +2/+2 because the archers can only deal a maximum of 5 damage per shot. And yeah, these Eagle scouts already have 4 pierce armor, so they're gonna be taking only 1 damage per shot, and the scouts are going to go down as well. Taking a look at the HP pool of both players, you can see that the Viper is gonna start dominating now. Without the scout for DauT here to tank the damage, then all the archers are gonna go down pretty much for free. Do you think DauT did the right choice to go fuel H? Or he needed castle H as soon as possible? Well, as I was saying, it's a tricky situation because Huns get pretty much counted by Aztecs. At least in this situation, going for knights is not the best. Aztecs get the best monks. Going for cavalry archers is not good. Eagle warriors are fast and they have high pierce armor. So trying to do a lot of damage in fuel H, where Eagle warriors are not available and only Eagle scouts can be fought with scouts and archers. It's a good idea, but I think it was a little bit too late. Yeah, I don't think it was a bad idea. I think the execution was probably a little bit sloppy. I think he switched into full fuel H way too late. By the time Viper was already going up to castle H. He's gonna go for a monastery now as well. Alright, we have 2 dogs for DauT. Demolition rafts. Interesting. Viper on 3 TCs. I kind of wonder if he's gonna go aggressive or not. 3 TCs usually doesn't indicate aggression, usually indicates booming. But you can also get the TCs up and still be aggressive and only produce villagers from a single one. But yeah, the Viper is booming right now. 3 villagers queued. It seems like he's going to be annoying with what he has. He doesn't need to go for any more units because he already has the better units and he is on the lead. So as long as he can keep these units alive, he doesn't need to produce anymore. So he only needs to boom. And yeah, as you can see, he's not really going for a lot of units. Right here though, the monks are going to go down, or the one monk is going to go down to the scout pretty good. But yeah, the Viper is only booming. He's with the same amount of villagers than DauT, but keep in mind DauT is going up to castle H, so the Viper is eventually going to catch up, actually is going to pull ahead in villager count. DauT unable to do anything here. Let's see. Yeah, I don't think this was a civ win. I think the Viper had a good matchup, but I think it was probably bad execution for DauT's plan, or actually switching plans in the middle of the game. and that's always not great. Over here we have already one. Yeah, we have already one of the ducks going down, the other one's going to go down as well. Demolition rafts, because of the way the Viper scattered his units, he doesn't really need to worry about this very much. He's just trying to mass the demos. He has 3 right now, he doesn't have a dock anymore. You gotta wonder if it was a mistake or not to build the docks outside the walls. Oh, that was such a wasted demo. Alright, there we go. Castle Age has been reached for DauT, but what is he gonna do? He's gonna go for Knights. Okay, he's producing Knights. 2 stables up. Knights are good against Eagle Warriors, they are not that good against Monks. So let's see what the Viper has right now. He only has 1 Monk, and he's gonna be scouting with the Eagle Warriors, so he's gonna find about the Knights very soon, and he's gonna start adding the Monks. Over here though, yeah, DauT managed to sneak in. Over here, I think. No, not really sure where his nuke came from. But he's going to get cleaned up. Once again, Eagle Warriors are not the best against Knights. We're gonna see if he's gonna be able to avoid the Monks or not. The Viper already with the 2nd Monk out, as you can see here in the unit count. DauT with 6 Knights. 8 Knights right now. 8 Knights are going to clean up Eagle Warriors, no problem. So going for a combination of ranged units and Knights might be good. We are gonna see. He needs to upgrade this to crossbows, or he needs to go for Cavalry Archer and then try to snipe the Monks, as Red Devil was suggesting. If you can avoid the Monks, then you're golden. But he needs to do something right now because he's already 28 villagers behind. Chain Barding Armor coming out for the +2/+2. Husbandry coming out for the movement speed. Let's see. 1 Monk. Instant reaction for DauT, and the Viper is gonna go for War Galleys. Okay. He's queuing more and more War Galleys. This is kind of interesting. Alright, Cavalry Archers for DauT as well. So we have Knights, we have Archers, Cavalry Archers. These Archers are not going to get upgraded to crossbows, it seems. He's going to try to commit to only Cavalry Archers. He is queuing CA, he is queuing Knights. He has a single Scout Cavalry right now. The Viper is going heavily into Eagle Warriors. HP pull is looking very good for DauT over here. I think he might be able to get this. Alright, so now the military count is 24 DauT. 6 for the Viper, 5 for the Viper, so 4 times more army for DauT. He needs to steamroll, man. He needs to do a lot of damage, but the Viper's already going for the defensive castle. In Castle Age, taking a castle down is extremely hard. And yeah, the Viper's going for the demolition ships as well. Taking a couple of scouts, of Knights rather. We're gonna see a Siege Workshop, 4 Siege Workshop coming out for DauT. Who is trying to raid over here, he's going to get killed. Yeah, oh, but we have the Knights going forward now. He spotted the gold miner, so he can start doing some damage. Still, we have almost 40 extra villagers for the Viper, so the villager advantage for the yellow players it keeps getting larger and larger. Despite DauT's best efforts, now he's going to get cleaned up here, potentially by demolition ships. Also, the Viper's base is super compact. He's got very close TCs to one another, so he just needs to garrison the villagers. Some of these are going to be exposed though, so we're going to take a look. At the very least, DauT is causing some idle time for the Viper, but he's not really able to do a lot of damage. He's gotten like 6 villagers so far, 7 villagers, but we are still over 27 extra villagers. So he is trying to catch up here. Oh man, but the Eagle Warriors, they are going to take a good fight against the Cavalry Archers. We have more demolition ships and some galleys here, war galleys. And this should be going in favor of DauT. Over here on the other hand, this should be going in favor of him as well. Alright, this is going to get cleaned up. Yeah, DauT's not going to be able to keep pushing anymore. The siege workshop has been cancelled because the villager that he was sending forward got sniped by a couple of eagle warriors. Let's see. Nova Logic! Hey! My friend, with sharing part of the name with me. Alright, DauT's gonna get the third TC up, but is it too late? The Viper is going for Town Watch. His resources are looking quite solid. His military count is looking quite solid as well. At one point DauT had 4 times the army, but right now the Viper going heavily into barracks, gonna start spamming the evil warriors, a couple of demolition ships for sure, yeah. Yeah man, this is not looking good for blue. I think the aggression was good. I think the game plan was kind of flawed, or at the very least the Viper made it very hard for DauT to do what he originally wanted to do, which was to get a tidy Dark Age and go for the scout rush. And instead he got wrecked by the Viper, laming, villagers dying, everything falling apart, trying to go for full fuel. By the time Viper was already clicking up. Yeah man, this is not looking good. Leather archer armor coming out for DauT for the +2/+2 on the cavalry archers. But is it too late? Everything seems to indicate so. 26 extra villagers for the Viper right now. 4th TC coming out for DauT. Let's see. Nah, DauT is losing villagers here. Yeah, this is awful. And thank you for the follow, Petrucci. Thank you, man. Waffle? Close. Unfortunately, not gonna be giving away a waffle today, but you can still join the raffle and potentially get 3 months of Bullet Premium. Anyway, yeah, this is not looking good. The Viper's going up to Imperial Age, and this is not looking good for DauT. Once again, he's committing heavily to cavalry archers, which are good against war galleys, but they are awful against eagle warriors. Keep in mind that for this tournament, yeah, GG has been called. For this tournament, the ships got the pierce armor nerfed. So as you can see right here, the war galley is gonna have 6-4, which is only 2, and hence ranged units usually dominate boats. But yeah, it doesn't matter. It's a tricky situation. It's a tricky spot that DauT found himself in. Just unfortunate. The Viper just read him like a book. He played him very, very well. Yeah, you can see the cities. Anyway, let's take a quick look at the achievements, and then we are gonna jump into the second game that's gonna start very soon, so let's try to hurry up. There we go. And yeah, military scores. Actually very close KD. Yeah, you want this to be a little bit higher if you're the player playing offensive against a boomer. But alright, more eco for the Viper all over the board. Faster fuel age and castle age time. Just for a little bit though, in fuel age. Keep in mind that DauT wanted to go for scouts. If you go for scouts, you usually go up like 30 seconds sooner than this. So the Viper's Dark Age aggression and what do you call them? Tactics were very effective. Even capturing some relics, which I missed. Yeah man, almost 30 extra villagers by the end of the game. Just very well played, very well played. Here you can see the moment that Viper got the Eagle Warrior upgrade, and then all of a sudden DauT's military lead just fell. Alright, second game starting already. We have Flood. Perfect. And what do we have? Britons and Spanish. Okay. So nail it with the Spanish one. What was my other guess for that? Britons, Slavs, or Chinese, or Malians. Yeah. Okay, we can kind of got it. Who's casting? Yeah, I am casting, man. Hello. It's me. I am casting. Does that answer your question? You can do exclamation mark raffle if you want as well. You're gonna get my name. You're gonna get a link to my personal channel where I don't actually cast a lot. I usually play 1v1s. Yeah, you can watch that if you want. Still, let's take a look. Spanish and Britons. The Viper is gonna be playing on the right hand side, southeast. Spanish, get in. No gold cost for blacksmith upgrades. They also get 30% faster working villagers, 18% faster shooting, actually bombard cannons and hand cannoneer, and they get cannon galleon that shoot faster projectiles with ballistics. I'm really sure if we're gonna see that here though. Could potentially be useful if you want to snipe buildings, if you want to destroy buildings in the middle area. You could use a cannon galleon. But yeah, other than that, well, his map is looking quite good. We got some kind of backish main gold. Secondary gold is far away from the TC. Third gold is far away from the TC. So is a secondary stone. Main stone is forward, but close to the TC. We're gonna have to see. We're gonna have to wait and see. He's probably gonna go for the full wall. He's gonna try to trash an FC, or maybe just go straight FC and not trash at all. DauT on the other hand, playing Britons. They get faster working shepherds, they get more range on foot archers per age starting in Castle Age. They also get cheaper TCs in Castle Age. The wood cost is half for Britons. Pretty good stuff, let's see. His map is looking a little bit better than the Vipers in my opinion. The main stone and the main gold are a little bit more towards the back. I think the wood line here, the wood line generation for DauT is fantastic to try and go for fast castle. He's actually gonna drop a dock over here, start fishing. The Viper already gonna try to do the same as well. Okay. So Spanish, being a monk and gunpowder civilization, gonna get access to all the gunpowder units and buildings. And Britons on the other hand, being an archery civilization, are going to get the longest range archers there are in the game. But the Viper also gets access to very good cavalry, fully upgraded paladin. So we might see some of that for him. Now the issue is when you're playing Britons, actually when you're playing any archer unit or any ranged unit that is higher range, that has a higher range. Oh, take a look at that! DauT wants to lane the Viper the same way the Viper did. So yeah, when you play a unit that has more range, such as let's say you go up to Castle Age and you get bulking arrow, right, to outrange your opponent's units. You count on that. You need to micro for it to be effective. RIP. No fantasy plays right there for the Viper. You need to, yeah, you need to bank on the range and you need to make good use of it. And the issue for the Viper is that the issue for DauT is that the Viper is going to have access to Conquistadors, which are high damage, high mobility. So they are expensive, that is true. They can only be produced from a single building, which is a castle, as opposed to DauT's archers, who can be trained from multiple archery ranges for cheaper. But if the Viper manages to mass a good amount of Conquistadors, they can be so problematic because DauT cannot catch up with archers. And he cannot properly use the superior range if you are just getting caught up by the Conquistadors, by them being faster. Anyway, it seems like we are not going to see fast castle from DauT right now. He's going to be going for Loom. Although, never mind, we actually have a lot of eco units for both players. Never mind, yeah, it's going to be kind of a fast castle. I always tend to forget that getting the fission ships out helps your eco so much. And usually 10 minutes and 47 seconds fuel each time would not signify fast castle, but right now you can see DauT already on 27 villagers, which is insane. The Viper on 28. That's actually a combination of villagers and also fission ships. The Viper is so fast. He is. Alright, what are we gonna see? Is the Viper gonna go for feudal aggression? Well, there's one alternative for the Spanish. They can go for towers if they want to, because they get faster building villagers. I mean, the villagers can build faster. Can build buildings faster, not that the villagers train faster. But yeah, it's way too late now to go for that. And also it doesn't make a lot of sense in this map. DauT's gonna start going for some military himself. Second dog coming up. Does the Viper have a second one? It seems to me like he doesn't. Okay, DauT's already in fuel age. Let's take a look over here. Oh, the trade. Alright, DauT's definitely on the lead over here, but the Viper with a couple of militia. He's going to trade this and he's going to walk away. Very, very well done, and you gotta love the small victories from the blue player here in this particular matchup. He spotted the militia already, but he is pretty much completely walled. At least on the right hand side. Left hand side, not so much. But it's okay, I think he should be able to avoid damage, taking damage with the fission ships as well. He should be able, he only needs to move it a little bit away. Yeah, there we go. So Minotaurs for the Viper. He is going to make it hard for DauT to completely go for a fast-ish castle build. So he's gonna have to react. He's going for archers already. The Viper gonna go for the docks. Forward dock. Fast fire, actually fire galley right now coming out. Spanish or Britons, what do I prefer? Oh, the score, my bad, sorry. There we go, 1-0. I think I prefer Spanish. All the times that I have seen this matchup, it's usually gone in favor of the Spanish player. Much more so now with both of these players in particular. Because that's the thing. Britons, well, they can boom a little bit easier for the cheaper TCs, and also because you go for archers rather than conquistadors, which are for food intensive, you can boom and get a lot of villagers out. But you cannot properly use your archer superior's range if the other player masses a good amount of conquistadors. And also Spanish get access to the siege ram unit, which is particularly strong against Britons. So let's see. Demolition raft for DauT, going for fletching, a good amount of archers out already. Gonna start taking the berries. Oh, gonna move the fishing economy back to the back. The Viper broke through, but now we should see all the Minotaurs going down to the archers. Remember, if he manages to clean this up, the Minotaurs down, he should be able to clean up also the fire galley. Take a look at that. It's taking so much damage from the archers, and that is why we have a balance patch for this tournament, so that the both units don't dominate. We don't have a couple naval units dominating all the map. Which is what happens if you just play with the regular balance. Just regular galleys are so strong. 120 HP, 6 damage. I think they also have 6 pierce armor by default. Or is it 4? Don't recall. Whichever one Viper uses. That's gonna be your favorite save. I guess we could see Vietnamese versus Franks, And as long as the Viper gets the Vietnamese, then they can be your favorite too. I guess, yeah, you just gotta nerf the Viper, man. You don't need to do any balance changes, you just gotta nerf the player. Demolition Raft, not gonna do a whole lot. Might get one. He's gonna get one fishing ship. Not really sure if it's worth it. It's probably worth it, I don't really know. That's already 4 villagers ahead. That's a combination of villagers and fishing ships, but still. His eco is a little bit in better shape. Population's higher for him as well. The Viper is going for fletching right now. That's gonna finish researching wheelbarrow. And he's still ahead. 10 population ahead. 3 villagers or eco units ahead as well. There's no way for him to break through over there. Couple of skirmishers over here for the Viper already with fletching. Yeah, this is not good for DauT. Not gonna be able to do a whole lot here. Getting hard countered by Viper's units. Padded Archer armor coming up for Viper as well. Padded Archer armor. That's gonna reduce. That's gonna halve the damage potential from DauT's archers. 5 pierce armor against 3 pierce, actually 5 pierce damage against 3 pierce armor. Potential of 2 damage per shot. Gonna be reduced to only 1 right now. It's a very good move for the Viper over there. You gotta wonder if he's gonna go for a demolition raft or something over here. Because he had one before that he had to use for the fishing ship. But another one could have been so good right here. Anyway, resources looking very close for both players. A lot more gold for the Viper though. He's starting to take some... Oh! Good unit spread. Good unit spread. And as long as he keeps the units spreaded for the Viper, he should be able to start sniping one by one these units, I think. Maybe. No, not gonna be possible. They are just doing so little damage. Castle Age coming up for both players. The Viper is kind of late on stone, I think. But with this amount of villagers, he might be able to just get enough to get a castle up as soon as hitting Castle Age. It was not fast castle after all. The Viper forced a field war. Hey Paterna J, welcome. That demo almost died as well, yeah. Okay, let's see, come on. Oh! He could have taken all, but he only took 3. I don't think that was worth it. But yeah, now it's gonna be an interesting scenario. DauT needs to get the hell out of here. He doesn't need to engage this. There is absolutely no reason for him to start losing archers to try and get a couple of pretty much unbeatable skirmishers in Field Age. Oh, the shot! 3 more going down. Okay, now he can go forward. Yeah, he needs to wait for the crossbow upgrade. He needs to wait for crossbow, he needs to wait for blocking arrow. The Viper gonna go for a couple of demolition rafts over here. I wonder if he's gonna... Oh! Hello there! Stable, sneaky stable. Castle Age has been reached for both. 2 knights instantly getting queued up. The TC coming up for the Viper. Wait, what? Oh, no, that's just Capture Age being kind of spotty. Yeah, castle coming up now for the Viper. But come on, DauT's got a lot of crossbows over there, although I don't think he's gonna be there on time. No, that castle is going to go up for sure. Okay, these units are exposed, but yeah, he needs to get out of there. We have the War Galley upgrade already up for the Viper, granting him access to fire ship. And let's see. There we have, the knights are going to go down for sure to the archers. So there is just a large enough number of units over here for DauT. In favor of DauT for the Viper to fight against. We have 2 demolition ships, and let's take a look over here. Let's take a look. DauT, pay attention, man. DauT. Oh no, his... Okay, that was not so bad. Oh, that was awful. Delayed reaction. 3 archers left. 1. No archers left, man. He had like 30 over there. He tried to split into the choke point. That was just so bad. Well, as long as you keep the numerical advantage, you should be able to be alright as Britons, as long as you get ballistics. Which DauT got instantly. Went up, it seems like he got the university up and went for ballistics first thing in Castle Age. Yeah, because you are fighting high mobility units, so you don't want to miss your shots. But other than that, we have 3 TCs for both players. The Viper is actually able to pump villagers and also conquistadors, it seems. Yeah, going 3 villagers at a time. Pushing all the lumberjacks away from DauT over here. And DauT going forward with a couple of, coming back with a couple of crossbows. But that's the thing, man, it's so hard. It's so hard. Just the mobility is so powerful. He's never gonna catch up to the conquistador over there, so those units are going to be very annoying. DauT on the other hand over here pushing the villagers away from Viper, so that's pretty good for him. Viper just moving the villagers over here, his wood eco over there. He's got potentially another wood line over here, he could potentially go over here as well if he wanted to. It seems like we finally caught up to the conquistadors, but they didn't go down without doing damage. They moved all the villagers away from here, they took a couple of fishing ships, and over here DauT might be able to do some damage, but we have a lot of conquistadors. It's just not gonna be possible for DauT to fight against. So keep in mind that conquistadors are not very accurate. I think they are 60 to 65% accurate at max range, but they can close the gap, which is what we were talking about. So eventually DauT's just gonna fall behind. And also keep in mind that archers are not very accurate. I think they are 85% accurate at max range. And Britons in particular, they don't get thumb rings, so they cannot... Yeah, they cannot improve that. Although ballistics, I think ballistics is... Do you get 100% accuracy with ballistics if you don't get thumb ring? Does anyone know that? Or do you go for both just to get the faster firing rate on top of the ballistics accuracy? I am not really sure. I did never think of that. Alright, so you don't get the thumb ring accuracy by going ballistics, is that right? Anyway, yeah, this is bad. This is bad. If you think about this game and the way it's been going so far, you can tell how both are trying to apply the same strategy with each other, where the Viper goes for small groups of conquistadors around DauT's base, and DauT goes for small groups of archers around Viper's base. But what's the difference? The Viper can't catch up with his full army to DauT's small armies, which is not something that DauT can do. So whenever DauT tries to catch up with his army to the Viper's small army numbers, the Viper just runs around because he's got the mobility. This should be good though, this should be good though. DauT needs to focus this, he needs to pay attention, he doesn't need to fight this. Like this, he's taking the fight uphill. Taking a look at the HP pool, still in favor of DauT though. He's really trying not to let this become a DauT castle. Let's take a look. We have the Magnet there with a very good shot, and now DauT's gonna lose villagers, and there's only 4 villagers left over here. DauT's gonna try to deny this, but I don't think it's gonna be successful. So the Viper's castle is going up. DauT's castle is not. But he didn't lose all the villagers, so this isn't a DauT castle. He's gonna have another one coming up over here. Very unfortunate though. I think the Viper's micro was just insane over there. I think DauT was in a position to actually get his castle up first. Or maybe he wasn't. Maybe against the Viper you're never in a good position. Imperial Lich about to hit for DauT though. And yeah, that is the tax, the Spanish tax. Going for Conquistadors has such an impact on your food income. So with a couple of trebuchets, which DauT should be coming up soon, should be able to start getting the castles down. Yeah, 2 Conquistadors, they are just gonna do so much damage, man. This is so painful to watch. The Viper catching up and even surpassing DauT in villager numbers. Ah, but he is idling the entirety of the Viper's eco over here. Interesting. The Viper going up to Imperial Age. Arbalest has already been researched for the Briton player. 3 Magnus. Magnus should not be an issue for Arbalest. Let's see. Yeah, Magnus should be going down to the extra range of the Arbalest. Yeah, there we go. So that castle is gonna go down eventually, and you gotta wonder if the Viper is gonna make use of this table at some point. When he gets up to Imperial Age and he gets access to the Cavalier upgrade, he might be able to just send 1 or 2 over here. As a matter of fact, this is open, so he might be able to use the forward stable to do some damage. He's gonna need to take care of these units though. GG! The castle was gonna go down and he called it GG. Wait. Did he? No, I think the Imperial upgrade just got cancelled by him surrendering. Alright, so he was not able to get any eco going up here. Good stuff, man. But the resources... Well, if you subtract the Imperial Age cost, that's 300 food and only 400. Actually, that's 200 food and 200 food and 400 gold that he had to use in Imperial Age. So it wasn't a lot. Okay, I get it. I get it. He was not in a position to keep fighting, I guess. Anyway, very good play. Very well played by DauT over there. Fantastic. Alright, so now the score has been equalized. We have a 1-to-1 situation going on right now, which means that the third game is going to be even more interesting. Is DauT going 1-to-C aggression? He was not. But the Viper started booming. He started booming harder than DauT. DauT had a bunch of fishing ships, but he stopped producing from the docks, so eventually he fell behind in eco units. I think that's how it went. That's how the Viper got ahead in eco. Anyway, very good stuff. Let's take a look at the achievements real quick before we jump into the next game, which should be starting pretty soon. So yeah, military stats, KD. That's a 3-to-2 KD in favor of the Viper, with a 3 times larger army for DauT. Food collection higher for yellow as well as stone. Wood and gold collected much higher for DauT. A lot more wood makes sense if you're going for Arbalest. A lot more food for the Viper. More stone for him as well. But not as much as you would think from a Spanish player trying to go for Conquistadors. Anyway, very good gold eco for DauT over there. Alright. Yeah, it wasn't a huge difference by the end. Only 5 extra villagers for the Viper. And also DauT going up to Imperial Lich meant that he was only able to produce villagers from 2 TCs. But very well played. The game did not feel like this to me. The timeline certainly shows that DauT was much more ahead than it felt to me in the game. But yeah, let's go back now and let's wait for the next one. There we go. Welcome everyone. Third game, the best of 7 series between the Viper and DauT for the quarterfinals of the Mangrove Shallows Cup. 10,800 Cup from MemTV, hosted by ROTR. I mean, sponsored by ROTR and hosted by MemTV, as you can see from the banner in between games. And for everyone on YouTube, this is Nova. These games are being casted live, so if you want to watch the tournaments live, please follow Bully Official on Twitch. And you're gonna get a notification when we go live. I'm not the only one streaming here as well, so you're gonna have a lot of content all week long by the likes of Nobody, Olida Core, Mr. GPN as well. And yeah, next weekend is going to be the semi-finals as well, and these games should be going up on YouTube on Monday, I think. Sunday and Monday. So for everyone there, come on, join the fun, and next weekend we wait for you here on Bully Official on Twitch to watch the games live together. Alright, Sanders. Mongols for the Viper, who is playing on the left hand side. DauT's gonna be playing Japanese on the other hand, for which I'm kind of surprised, but okay. They can work here as well. There is a lot of fish, so the bonus for fishing for Japanese can be quite strong. What do we have? For Japanese, they get 50% cheaper drop-off point buildings, lumber camps, mining camps, and mills. They get 5, 10, 15, and 20% faster working fishing ships, starting in Dark Age up until Imperial Age. They get the fishing ships also +2 pierce armor and twice the HP, so they are super tanky. And infantry attacks 33% faster starting from Fuel Age. Finally, the team bonus for Japanese is the galley line units. They get +50% line of sight. For the Viper on the other hand, who is playing Mongols, is going to be taking full advantage of all the hunting available here, as Mongols get 50% faster working hunters. They also get 30% more HP on light cavalry and hussars, and they get 20% fast shooting cavalry archers. Team bonus for them is +2 line of sight in the scout. So you can see right here, we use the combined line of sight. Where's the scout? Yeah, you can see the scout from DauT over here. Super tiny line of sight, and then the Viper on the other hand. Bam! A lot of Komodo dragons. This map, for anyone who is not familiar with it, which I assume is most people who were not following along in the tournament, consists of 2 islands connected by a depressed valley over here with amphibious terrain where boats and also land units can walk on. Then we have an outer ring of water where only ships can go on, and the sand in between. This is sailable and this is walkable, so you can have boats and land units going over there, which is kind of surreal when you see the galleys, the fire galleys going uphill on the sand. It's kind of weird, but looks fun, and I always say it, and I'm not gonna get tired of saying it. Looks very fun, and I would love to do that. Like, get on a fishing ship and just go downhill. Sand surfing. Although the hull is probably not the right shape for that. Anyway, I am getting away from the game. Fuel Age coming up for the Viper super soon. 8 minutes and 2 seconds is going to be his Fuel Age time. DauT on the other hand, 23 eco units is going to go for the wall. So it seems to me like he's going to try to go for some sort of fast castle. Pushing the deer now as well, taking full advantage of the fishing bonus. What is it? Last game Viper didn't resign because Imperial got cancelled. No, I said that. He had 1200 resources for food and gold, and I said if you take away the Imperial Age upgrades. I know that they get cancelled, the researchers, and also the villagers get idled. Yeah, I know that. Let's see, Fuel Age coming up for DauT as well. Double bit axe. Viper being annoying with the scout. What happened in the first game? The Viper just steamrolled out. so we're gonna see galleys coming out from the Viper's dock. Let's see. This is a very good gold generation for the Viper as well. He doesn't even have to waste on... Okay, he's gonna go for the mining camp regardless. And there we go, the galley is going up hills. But man, fire galleys would be arguably better against this. Remember that we have 2 bonus pierce armor for the fishing ships and also twice the HP, so... Oh, but the bonus damage. Never mind, never mind. Pretty good stuff actually, never mind. This is something I didn't know. Would Berbers work in this map? We saw Berbers in the past. If you know your opponent's going for Mongols. We saw Berbers in the past, but they didn't work. It was actually Berbers against Mongols. I think it was in week 3 or week 4. I think it was probably week 3. They didn't work, but I think it was a matter of one of the Mongol player just outplaying the other guy. I don't remember right now who the players were. What is DauT gonna do? He's going for fire ships or for fire galleys, but he's gonna start losing the fishing ships already. The Viper's score lead is so significant. That comes from KD, that comes from military numbers, and that comes from all the resources that he got. Viper getting pushed away, but the galleys can just go away. And sand surfing, come on, go downhill. Damn it. Always ruining the fun. Yeah, this is going to go down now. Let's see. 4 docks for DauT, who is going to go heavily into galleys. Market coming up for the Viper, almost losing a villager over there, but reacting on time. Fire galleys from DauT are gonna go forward, but he needs some defensive ones over here. So we got galleys. Oh, that's going in favor of DauT, very well played. How's coming up? Interesting. I thought that was a mining camp, lumber camp, I mean. Demolition raft for the Viper. Gonna miss all the units from DauT, and now DauT's gonna start taking all the fishing ships. There's 4 fishing ships over here that that the Viper is gonna have to pull away. So Castle Age coming out for the yellow player. Villager count exactly the same for both players, but the resource count is so much higher for the Viper going up. I mean, he was able to go up a lot faster. Now he's getting pushed away. He might lose a couple of fishing ships, but he's gonna be in Castle Age and Mongols. They are taking the stone, and we're gonna see potentially some Mangolite coming up from a potential Mongol castle soon. Oh, the scouting as well, yeah. The Mongol with the +2 scouting information is pretty good. Yeah, you're right, you're right, you're right. Yep, that's at least 200 to 300 scouting points. Market coming up. The Viper is gonna be in Castle Age. Viper's gonna be in Castle Age. That's going for wheelbarrow. Not gonna be able to click up soon. Seven galleys. The Viper should be going for war galley upgrade. Should be able to dominate. Not gonna go for it yet though. What is he gonna do? Oh, the demolition ship. Or the demolition raft. Going down eventually. So the Viper gonna go for War Galley upgrade right now. Going for the fire ships. Actually queuing one more. So he's gonna be on 5 fire ships against 3 fire galleys and 8 galleys from DauT. It really feels to me like DauT is trying to mass the numbers and then use them in Castle Age, upgrade those units. But yeah, this is pretty sloppy now. Okay, this is pretty good. DauT's taking the hill advantage, so he's taking all the units despite the Viper getting the upgrade advantage. Castle Age coming up for DauT now, 21 minutes, almost 22 minutes is going to be his uptime. And yeah, this is going to get cleaned up eventually. It was worth it though. I think getting 4 fire ships from the Viper with fuel H units was not bad at all. Castle's coming up in the middle as well, so we're gonna see some Mangudai coming out. And Mangudai are gonna dominate against boats. Not only are they fast, they have good damage, but they also have a very low attack delay stat. Almost instant. So it's pretty easy to micro them around. Unlike cavalry archers, which are so much harder to time right. Let's see. Those Viper micro from that, yeah. And he's still able to save a lot of those galleys. So pretty good stuff from Blue over here. Now we have extra villagers for the Viper, who is adding the second TC. But that should be fine, he's got a lot of units. So as soon as he gets the War Galley upgrade, he's gonna be in a good spot. At least to fight water units. To fight Mangudai, then that's gonna be another issue. Because once again, good damage, 8 pierce damage. We have only 1 pierce armor for the galleys, so they're gonna be taking 5 per shot. Actually, they're gonna be taking 7 per shot. Mangudai are also high mobility. It's going well for DauT. Well, let's see, it's gonna be water versus land units. And remember, the map has solid ground for the main base of both players. So you're not really gonna be able to use boats. Oh! Just as I say that, DauT actually getting a couple of villagers from the Viper over there. But yeah, you're not gonna be able to defend with boats all the way to the middle of your island. But yeah, if he can just prevent the Mangudai from fully sneaking in, he should be fine. Let's see here, the HP pool now for both players should be in favor of DauT. And let's see. Oh, good micro over there for the Viper. But now a lot of units. Yeah, the more units the Viper takes away to try and debate DauT's army, yeah, the less useful the remaining units are. Pretty good stuff over there. Now pushing all the fishing ships away from the Viper, and it feels like this might just be game 2 all over again. He only needs to deny the Viper's resources, and he needs to go up to Imperial Age faster to prevent the Mongol powerhouse to kick in. Mongols in late Imperial game are pretty much unstoppable. At least with Japanese, it's a pretty tall order. Where can we see the fish count? The fish count is actually merged with the villager count. Because both units are for eco purposes, that's how Capture Age calculates this. Now Town Center coming up over here, that's going to be the second TC for DauT. Who is now, by the way, pushing the Viper's villagers away. This is very good play from DauT. He's causing a lot of idle time for the Viper, but he's still behind in eco population. The Viper kind of struggling to mass a good army of Mangudai. I think both of DauT's naval armies are large enough to take care of that small group of Mangudai. Viper needs the numbers. I think the unit is good, but he needs the numbers. This is live, yes. This is being played right now. Oh, DauT is telling on himself. Now the Viper is gonna go for a tower. DauT needed to just go over here without attacking anything, and he was gonna be able to push all the villagers away. If he just kept 2 to 3 war galleys over here, keeping the villagers at bay, a couple over here, and then the rest over here, he should have been fine. But now he's in a pickle. He's harassing the Viper for sure, and also he needs ballistics. Actually, he already has ballistics, not really sure why he's missing so many shots. But he is in troubles here. He needs to go for the defense. He's bringing now the war galleys over there. But I think, oh man, the Viper's actually gonna manage to break through before the war galleys get here. Oh man, and that is the issue. Now he's not gonna be able to use the war galleys to defend, and the Viper's gonna be free to roam around all over DauT's map and start taking villagers. And this is just so bad. What do we have over here? Monastery coming up for the Viper, or for DauT rather. Interesting. Bringing the units around here. He should have enough of a range over here to keep the Viper's units away. Monastery already up. The Viper is going to get trapped here, but he is going to take 3 villagers with it. And over here, DauT also trying to raid, but I feel like the Viper's raid has been a little bit more effective right now. As you can see, the villager count is 15 higher for the Viper. So DauT kind of struggling over here. He is also with more idle villagers. DauT is only in the original island, while the Viper has already expanded with 2 extra DCs over here, for which DauT doesn't have any answer. Let's see. Yeah, DauT's not really able to do anything over there. University coming out for the Viper, ballistics very soon. Defensive tower, castle, Imperial Age coming for DauT. Okay. Okay. Let's see. It seems to me like he's gonna try to go for a castle. Doesn't he know about that castle? He should. He does. Where is he gonna place his castle? Or where is he gonna place a potential 3rd DC? He's got the resources for a castle, but he doesn't have the right spot to place it. Oh, he's gonna place it over here. Very close to DauT's castle. To the Viper's castle, I mean. To the Viper's secondary castle. I was gonna keep the villagers away from this woodline at the very least. But let's see, we have 15 Mangudai from the Viper, 2 extra coming up. We have 72 villagers to only 46. We have 8 fish and shit for DauT, which is why we have 54 eco count over here. But yeah, this is not bad. DauT needs to make use of those villagers, because that's like 1/4 of his entire eco right there. Over here, he's getting pushed away also by the Mangudai. It's good defense by the Viper. This is going to get cleaned up eventually as well. And now we have 2 castles over here fighting, and DauT's gonna be an Imperial Age. The Viper doesn't have the resources yet. He's very, very low on resources. If he gets a high enough number of Mangudai, he could potentially snipe trebuchets even if they are behind the castle, because of getting the siege bonus. But there we go. Alright, Imperial Age has been reached for DauT, who's gonna go for a trebuchet instantly. Faster than right now. Alright. Trebuchet's gonna be deployed over here potentially. He could take advantage of the elevation to get to deal some extra damage to the Viper's castle. If he gets both castles down, would be fantastic, but I don't think he can take this one safely. He's gonna need another castle somewhere. He doesn't have the resources for another one, but he needs another one to protect it, or he needs the huge amount of war galleys. He needs to upgrade these to Galleon. Okay, they are already upgraded to Galleon. So with Galleon and Ballistics, he might be able to defend the Trebuchets from, yeah, to take the second castle down. Because the Mangudai count for the Viper is quite high right now, 24, going up to 26 very soon. Second Trebuchet now. Gonna take that castle down for sure, and the Viper's just trying to mass as much as possible. He's gonna be committed to Castle Age. Let's see over here, he's gonna try to go forward and potentially start sniping DauT's villagers. Oh, DauT! Oh, no, he has been spotted! That's 12 villagers about to go down. That's almost 25% of DauT's eco. He needed to go for a TC over there. He's gonna bring all the galleons. Let's see. Chemistry coming up for DauT. That castle has already gone down. This one is gonna be the next one. But let's see. He needs to keep the Mangudai away. He needs to clean that up. Because as long as the Viper has the numbers and he has the mobility, he is gonna be extremely annoying. And you can bet that he is gonna start taking villagers even with as little as 2 Mangudai. So that castle eventually went down as well. Now the Viper is gonna have to take care here because the TCs are going to go down. What do we have? We have stables for light cavalry. Chain Barding armor coming up for the Viper. I don't think that's gonna be enough against boats. With this amount of galleon, they are very high damage, as you can see. 9 high damage. 9 damage, 9 pierce damage. With chemistry, that's gonna go up to 10. There we go. And the Viper's gonna start losing villagers left and right. Let's take a look over here. The HP pool from both players. It's looking so much better for DauT. Now the Trebuchets are going forward, gonna take the TC down. Potentially also the tower over here. But the Viper, man, he's committing to Castle Age. He wants to go for cavalry, but he doesn't have the food income. How many units does he have queued up? 3 light cavalry. Only 350 food remaining. This is going to be domination for DauT over here. It seems to me like we might see a comeback from the hell, as man would say. Potentially a 2-1 result. Potentially maybe a 4-1. I don't know. DauT. This has been a very exciting game. Oh man, the battering ram is working so well for the Viper over here. DauT needs to pay attention, man. Taking a look at the HP pool now for both players. I will love being able to remove the Trebuchets from here because they have a lot of HP. But yeah, we have the Samurai. Okay, Samurai coming out. Interesting stuff. The battering ram is so good for the Viper right now. We need more docks potentially for DauT to reinforce his army. Viper's going for extra TCs on the left hand side. Going for another one over here. And I think those TCs are mostly for defensive purposes. I don't think he's gonna try to boom anymore. He doesn't have the resources. He needs to choose whether to go for army or to go for villagers. Villagers are not gonna defend themselves. And TCs are not going to be enough against Trebuchets. So army is the answer here for the Viper. Or army is the only way for the Viper right now. Taking a look at the HP pool for both armies. Looking pretty even. But we have a very nice choke point over here that DauT's taking advantage of. And yeah, that castle is not going up. It's actually a little bit of a DauT castle over there. He's going to lose all the villagers, and the villager count going super low for DauT at 52 only, 80 for the Viper. It's larger eco for sure. You could say arguably better army for DauT. But yeah, he needs to get that castle up. Right now, he cannot really use the Trebuchets because of the huge amount of army from the Viper. Although all the melee horses, all the melee cavalry are going down to the galleon over here, I think we might get a comeback chance for DauT over here. However, more villagers going down. DauT! He needs to force build that castle. He needs to ignore the Mangudai. There we go. He cannot run away from Mangudai with high mobility and also ballistics. Fun fact, the original DauT castle went up. Good stuff. RIP. Total domination. You gotta say that it's part of the Age of Empires culture now. Can't take it away. But yeah, it was a very good comeback for DauT. Now it's kind of a wild card. Who's going to win this? HP pool is so much higher for DauT though. That is true. But we have a lot of light cavalry. Light cavalry with high pierce damage. Gonna take the boats for sure. HP pool still looking much better for DauT though, so let's see. But all the tier shits are going down. Still, TC went down for the Viper. And we have some battering rounds. We are going for more archer ranges. And we're gonna get some skirmishers. Interesting. Skirmishers are not so good against Galleon. Because Galleon are they are not archer units. I think they don't take bonus damage from the skirmishers. So that is cavalry archer is a good unit choice for the Viper. Skirmishers not so much, in my opinion. DauT being raided, I kind of missed that. Probably over here. I think the Viper deleted this one. Very intense game. The Viper certainly has a better eco. He's got as many military units. Oh, and the heavy demolition ship. Or was it the regular? These are regular demolition ships, right? Japanese don't get heavy demolition ship. Regular demolition ships are working wonders to keep all the melee units at bay, which means that the HP pool is looking so much better for DauT right now. Because he just needs to keep these units away and stop them from making any damage, dealing any damage to these units. Now this is going down as well. And DauT is playing this very, very well, but the Viper is now on the north area. I'm gonna go with 4 battering rams. Those could potentially go down to villagers. We could also see a mangonel over here from DauT and potentially defend the castle with that. But yeah, take a look at this. The ships are taking 1 damage per hit from the skirmishers. It's not good. It's not good. Cavalry archers are a much better unit choice. DauT got this. We're gonna see, man. We are gonna see. We have light cavalry from DauT defending the battering rams. Some samurai. And yeah, all the rams are going to go down. The Viper is getting pushed away from here. DauT could potentially go for a castle over here if he wanted to keep the Viper away from the gold. He's going to go for the castle over here. Okay, he's going to keep Viper away from this gold and this one. And the numbers are looking so good in the Viper. I think the Viper doesn't know how this works. He's still going for skirmishers. GG was called, guys. Fantastic game from DauT. The Viper had the resources to go for more cavalry archers. I don't really understand the decision to go for elite skirmishers. They just don't deal enough damage. And this was a fantastic game. Really, really entertaining. Alright, let's see. Score so far is going to be 2-1 in favor of DauT? What year is this? 2009? This is so good, man. I am loving these games, and I hope you are loving them as well. Alright, let's take a look at the achievements. This is going to be interesting to watch. So, there we go, right away. DauT with the 43 KV. Largest army, the same for both. Strongest army for DauT, of course, getting the more upgraded unit. More eco for the Viper all over the board. I'm really sure about this. So the Viper did lose 50 extra units. I think the resources that he had were worth a lot more than that, and a lot more than the villagers that he had out. I don't know. I think the Viper could have tried to push for Imperial Age. But yeah, it's just would have, should have, could have. No point in thinking about that. Faster Fuel Age, Castle Age time for the Viper, faster Imperial Age for DauT. And this game too all over again. Pretty good stuff. Getting 4 relics as well, which I miss. I always miss the relics. Damn it. Let's see. You think the Viper gave DauT this game? Gave this game to DauT? You think that? Interesting. Take a look at this. 66% larger eco for the Viper, in terms of villager numbers at least. And that's a comeback if I have ever seen one. Nope. It was just a weird thing that happened. Alright, welcome everyone. This is the 4th game, and take a look at the score. Before saying anything else, take a look at the score. This is the 4th game after 2 victories in a row for DauT. Between the Viper and our lord, DauT, for the quarterfinal in the MSC tournament. So what do we have here? Italians versus Malay. Alright. Alright, it's a little bit of what I expected. It's gonna be interesting though to see what happens here. So both civilizations are naval civilizations, but Italians in addition to that are also archery. So they get fully upgraded arbalests, which Malay also get, by the way. But getting Pavise is very good for Italian superiority in archer, in the archer front. They also get access to the Genoese crossbowman, which is an anti-cavalry unit. It's an archer unit, so you could potentially use that to counter elephants, maybe. But they kind of suck against regular archers, so it's gonna be an interesting dynamic to see what they go for and how they manage their armies. For the time being, we're gonna talk about the bonuses and the maps, or the map rather. Italians get 15% cheaper age research cost. Going up ages is 15% cheaper for them. They get 15% cheaper ships as well, and they get 50% cheaper dock technologies. For the Viper, on the other hand, who's playing Malay, they get 30% cheaper elephants. Going up ages is 80% faster for them, and also they get 33% cheaper fish traps that provide unlimited food. So the Viper could potentially get some value for that by going for some fish traps on the back of his base. Yeah, other than that, the team bonus for Malay is that the docks get twice the line of sight, which is gotta be good for something. But as you can see, DauT's already going forward. I gotta wonder, what has he seen so far? So from the Viper's map, he knows exactly where he is. He doesn't know the resource placement so far. He knows about 2 stones, he knows about 1 gold. He doesn't know about the other one. The Viper, on the other hand, still has not found DauT. He has found this area, so he's probably assuming DauT's over there. Yeah, this is the only solid ground area, but he doesn't know anything about what the resource placement for DauT is. And for anyone who is not familiar with the map, who has not been following along with MSC, this map contains 2 solid ground main islands, or tiny islands for each player's base. Then we have a ring, a very thick ring of amphibious terrain with some water patches in the middle and some stone, gold, wood. So all the resources are in the amphibious area. And then we have finally a middle section that is pure water and some trees in the middle. You cannot really take the trees, but you can use boats over here. And the strategical advantage that this provides, or the tactical advantage that this provides, is that you can use boats here, but you cannot use land units. So the same way that you can use the land units here, but you cannot use boats, it's the opposite here. and then in the amphibious terrain you can use both, right? So what we saw in the past for this kind of maps is someone going potentially for, let's say, Vikings and getting your longboats in Castle Age. And what you can do then is you can use your longboats to aggro your opponent's base from this area, and then land units are useless against those ships. You need to, if you lose the water control, it's very detrimental to your, yeah, to your situation, which is not usually strictly the case in other maps, because you can also fight boats with land units. But anyway, let's see what happens. Alright, fuel age has been reached for both players, and keep in mind that Malay go up super fast, which is why the Viper was able to go up with more villagers. But it's also cheaper for Italians to go up, so the difference is not as bad as it could have been if DauT was playing something else, such as Byzantines, for instance. Let's see. It's like a football tournament with a game of basketball, what? It's a change of pace with longer runs like best of 7. If it will go for long enough, Viper might just harbor spam the whole map. That is true. Harbors can be super good for map control. So let's see what happens. It will be this year final for this tournament because it's already a few months from beginning of the tournament. It's been 1 month because it's been 5 weeks, and this is the 6th week, so this is the 1 month and a half in. Now next weekend is going to be the semi-finals, and the next weekend is going to be the finals, so it's going to be 8 weeks in total, 2 months. Not much going on. Fire galleys already out for the Viper. What is DauT gonna do? He should be going for his own. He actually has one over here. So he was engaging against one of these, and or actually he probably took one. No, he didn't. The KD is 0-1 for DauT. So we have 2 fire galleys over here. We have a villager repairing. 3 actually, 3 versus 2. Pretty good for DauT. Third dock coming up. What else do we have? DauT has lost his scout over here, by the way. And the Viper is gonna start housing this. Is he gonna try to go for the full walls? Let's see over here. This is actually not bad macro for DauT, like at all. This is actually pretty good. He needs to get away now. He needs to get some value back from these units. He needs to... Yeah, this is going in favor of DauT as well. What is this? He's playing so well today. DauT, this tournament, man, DauT has been playing out of his mind. He has won series against Nikov. He has won series against the Max. He's just been dominating. He's been a backty as if he was a complete noob. DauT is just on point, man. Remember that the best of 5 series that they played, DauT and Viper in week 4, resulted in a landslide victory for the Viper, 3-0. Now we are 2-1, and DauT is playing this very well. He's only 1 villager behind as opposed to 4, which was the case just a minute ago. He's out microing the Viper a little bit. And the civilization matchup, it's gonna be interesting to watch. Yeah, just take a look at this. Good shot over there. 6 fire ships against 3 fire ships and 2 demolition rafts. He needs to scatter over here. He's going to get demolition here. DauT is playing this very well. Very solid army control over here, but don't be sloppy. Oh, he took a good shot over there. Still with the army lead though. We have only 3, we have 3 fire galleys over here. Demolition raft over there. Let's see, he should be able to snipe this one, and he is going to get it. And he still has the army lead. The HP pool advantage as well. We have a galley over here. The galley is going to deal some bonus damage against the patient ship, and Viper needs to repair this. But the galley is also gonna be good to snipe the villager. This is pretty good. This is pretty good. DauT is in total control over here, so the Viper is going to go for Demolition Raft. He's going to get a good shot. Good connection over there, and now with a couple of fire galleys, he might be able to clean this up again. DauT needs to scatter his units a little bit, because he's going to take a huge demo shot over there. Oh! Ethan Garrison in the wrong direction for the Viper. Yeah, DauT needs to go back and try to hold on to his advantage. He doesn't need... Yeah, he needs the Viper to stay behind. 39 villagers for both, or actually 39 eco units for both. 38 villagers for DauT right now, 2 fishing ships. A lot of galleys for DauT. Blacksmith coming up for the Viper. Resources are looking pretty good for him. Should be able to go up to Castle Age. He only is missing the blacksmith, so that's why he's in 3 villagers to build it. DauT on the other hand, he's a little bit behind. If he gets a market up, he might be able to balance his eco out and go up to Castle Age as well. Or maybe not, maybe if he just idles the TC a little bit. Yeah, he's going for wheelbarrow, so by the time he finishes researching that, he's probably gonna have enough. Remember that Italians only need 85% of the resources, original resources necessary to go up ages. The Viper is going to be up super fast though. Pretty good macro over here. Getting all the fire galleys. Castle Age coming up for DauT as well. It's going to be 2 minutes of difference between both. But the Viper is going to be in a position to go for War Galley upgrade and upgrade this to fire ships. Fire ships are going to be so much stronger than regular than fire galleys, so it's going to be so much harder for regular galleys to take a proper engagement. Let's see. Oh, they should change the voice emote, the taunt. For all hail King DauT. But you know that's a replacement to all hail King of the Losers, right? I'm not really sure if that would have the impact that you're probably hoping for. But yeah, DauT's playing super well. War Galley upgrade already up for the Viper. Oh, so sloppy. That's behind only 3 villagers though, which is not bad considering the 80% faster research time for the DH research time for Melee. So this is not a bad situation for DauT at all. He only needs to take proper care of his army, not take any premature engagements, wait for the War Galley upgrade, potentially get ballistics if possible against the Viper just in case maybe. And yeah, it's gonna be an issue of whether he goes for 1 TC aggression or 2 TC aggression, or he wants to boom. Fletching coming up for the Viper, War Galley and Balkan Arrow coming up for DauT. He cancelled gold mining. Interesting. Oh, that match is going to be interesting for sure. And what I like is that we are going to have that match guaranteed. Alright, second TC coming up for DauT. The Viper already on 2 TCs, producing villagers. He's gonna get ahead a little bit, but it's not going to be huge. 7 extra villagers is good. It's probably gonna go up to like 8 or 9 by the time DauT gets the TC up. But the Viper is so behind in military count. As you can see, 14 to 10. And what is his military army? Mostly fire ships, a couple of demos. We have demolition ships over here. For DauT, we have the fire ship over there as well. And this is so good. This is so good. The War Galleys, they have more range than the TC. Not more range than the tower, but more range than the TC. So he can keep this idle for the Viper for a good while. 14 idle villagers right now for DauT. For the Viper, I mean, sorry. And actually this is not bad. He probably needs to repair one of these, but it's very hard to pay attention to more than one place at once. Let's see though. Yeah, the Viper's gonna try to surround now. He's gonna bring the demolition ships forward. Or back. He's gonna need to delete the houses as well. Oh, this is pretty good. His snipe. Yeah. He's taking the fire ship. He's taking the demolition ships. Now the triple advantage so much in favor of DauT. He has the army lead over here. Villager advantage only 5 right now for the Viper. It's much lower than a couple of minutes ago. 30C coming out for DauT over here as well. We don't have a 30C coming out for the Viper, so DauT, if he can hold on here, he should be able to get ahead in both military units and also the villager count, as we have only 4 extra villagers for the Viper right now. Defensive tower coming up over here for the Viper, and DauT is going to spot it. He might be able to get a villager or 2 over here. Let's see that TC actually doesn't have any range over there, so now all the war galleys are taking a huge raiding over here. A bunch of villagers going down. The Viper was kind of hoping to get the castle up eventually, to go for the thalassocracy upgrade, but there we go. Ballistics coming up now. DauT needs to micro this a little bit to make sure that the tower doesn't deal any excessive damage. And let's see, we have a 1-to-1 engagement over here. DauT should be able to repair this. Actually, he doesn't need to. He's got the numbers. And he's been doing a lot of damage. Now the villager count has been equalized. A lot of ducks for the Viper. 3 only, actually. It's the same as DauT's. Yeah. So production, as you can see, is looking very similar, but we have only 3 war galleys for the Viper. We have 15 for DauT. They are both producing from as many ducks as possible, but the numbers is so good for DauT. Looking fantastic. And the resources are looking better for him as well. Villager count is getting higher for DauT with 4 extra villagers. Monastery coming up even to start snagging the relics. Man, this is unbelievable. DauT is outplaying the Viper in every level right now. Getting more villager than melee. Getting more army against a guy that went up faster, that had better units sooner. DauT's macro is just so good. He's gonna lose a couple of fishing ships, but it's not a huge issue for him right now. He's still 5 villagers ahead. Down from 7, still gonna be good enough. Viper still only on 2. TC is gonna add the 4th dock. Villager production is actually about the same for both players. But yeah, we have 21 war galleys for DauT, only 8 for the Viper. Neither player is gonna even try to go for demolition ships against galleys, because they just get sniped. Can Viper upgrade the docks in Castle Age or only in Imperial Age? He can upgrade them in Castle Age, but he needs the castle to go for the thalassocracy upgrade. He was taking stone. He's taking the stone right here, but he doesn't have enough. He was forced to go for defensive towers. Otherwise, he might have been able to get one up already, because he spent like 375 stone. And he's right now on 800 stone. He should be able to go for a castle. He might actually have to delete. Okay, no, he doesn't have to delete. I was gonna go for the castle. It's okay though. Situation seems to be stabilizing a little bit. Viper's running away, trying to preserve his units. Let's see if he can out micro DauT over here. It's looking pretty good for the Viper. If we just don't take the rest of DauT's army into account. If the Viper can take a proper engagement here, he's gonna start reducing the gap. Alright, that's good. But yeah, the numbers are so much in favor of DauT. 19 to 8, 18 to 8. Wheelbarrow coming out for the Viper. Taking a little bit late. Imperial Age on the way for DauT. Is this going to be an Imperial Age GG? We have a castle up for the Viper, so he can go for thalassocracy, and he could potentially build a couple of those around the map to try and get some map control. That's gonna work well against war galleys. Not really sure about galleon though. And of course, Italians getting bombard cannons, getting trebuchets in Imperial Age. It's gonna be tough, man. That seems to be in total control right now. What is the path to victory for for the Viper here? Waiting for DauT to not pay attention to his army and take like 4 demolition hits, like full demolition hits. Right now both players have the same upgrades, they both have ballistics. Viper's losing everything here. Careening coming out for DauT as well, pretty good. Gold mining and Town Watch for the Viper. Town Watch I feel like could be potentially important, but I think Thalassocracy is going to be more prioritary, especially with the amount of dogs that he has. Imperial Age, when DauT hits Imperial Age, the Vipers, if he doesn't resign, he's gonna need to go for Thalassocracy. That's the only thing that's gonna keep the trebuchets at bay, because DauT's gonna have to start taking the dogs one by one. But let's see. Harbors do not, but they can still zone. Okay, there we go. Harbors. Imperial Age has been reached. Galleon. Let's see. Right hand side. DauT is winning the trades. 30C up for the Viper over here, going for more harbors. So yeah, they don't have the bonus, but they have huge range. So at the very least, they're gonna keep the trebuchets away. It's not gonna be possible for DauT to try and target the castle or the TC right away. I would like to see potentially, yeah, chemistry is coming up for DauT. I would like to see some siege workshops and go for bombard cannons, so that he is not limited to only trebuchets. Look at the population too. I know, right? Almost twice the population. Well, not so much, almost twice, but very, very much higher for DauT. And over here, actually, take a look at this. DauT is on the other side of the TC where there are no harbors, so he can actually take the TC down. He can actually take the TC down. The Viper is gonna move all the villagers to the stone to try and get another castle up. We have enough stone for DauT to go for another castle. We have 1 trebuchet out already. He's going for another one, so he's gonna have 2 trebuchets taking this. These are not gonna hold on for very long, but fortunately for the Viper, it doesn't take very long for Malay to go up to Imperial, right? So yeah, he should be able to defend right now, but he's gonna be behind by 2 trebuchets already. Potentially even more. It depends on where DauT wants to build a second castle, because he already has the resource. I'm not really sure what he's waiting for. I'm not really sure. Maybe he wants to place one over here. I don't know. I thought this was a harbor. My bad. I was hoping, yeah. No, no harbor, no harbor. Alright. So this has been cleaned up. Now the trebuchets are going to go for it. 3 trebuchets for DauT. We have 1 trebuchet already out for the Viper. He's queuing another one, but he's going to be behind. Archer ranges coming out for the Viper. That's a good choice. Arbalest can take a proper engagement against Galleon. But he's going to need the numbers. Once again, Viper so much behind. Only 1 military unit for him right now. This all but feels to me like a 3-1, man. The GG has been called. And the Viper is going to lose the 3rd game in a row against DauT. And you know what's intensifying, guys? Where's the guy with the 200 pounds betting for DauT to win 4-1? Where are you, man? Oh my god. Very, very well played. This has been a pleasure to cast. And I hope you're enjoying it as much as I am. Opa, DauT style. Alright, let's see. Achievements. Achievements time. Bow. KD. Very good. 6-4 or 3-2 in favor of DauT. Stone collection higher for the Viper only. Everything else much better for DauT. And the only way back for the Viper right now is winning 3 games in a row. It's gonna have to be a reverse sweep. Otherwise, it's gonna get knocked off the Mangrove Shallows Cup. I have a feeling that he's probably gonna like shake it off. Tell DauT if he loses, he's gonna tell DauT that it's not like this is a real tournament. Because of people memeing the tournament, making jokes because of the amphibious terrain and whatnot. They're gonna say, yeah, when you can win King of the Desert, then come talk to me. But no, man, DauT has been playing very well, and I think he 100% deserves to win this. Everything's possible though, so yeah. Let's go back. Let's go back. This is not looking right. God, give me a moment. I need to restart this. I really hope not to miss anything. Damn it. Hurry up! Gonna take a look at this until capture H loads. So this is a very common strategy. If you start with a civilization that gets Paladin, you just go for the Paladins right off the bat, even though you know your opponent's gonna go for infantry. The goal by going with Paladin is sniping the villagers and trying to hurt your opponent's potential to get buildings up fast. You see, he's going straight for the villagers, and this is not very cost effective at all. Just give me a moment while Capture H launches. We don't want to miss the action. But yeah, he was not able. DauT was paying good attention over here. There we go. Perfect. 5th game of the MSC quarterfinal between the Viper and DauT. It's Franks versus Slavs. As you can see, Slavs getting more population overall already because of going for Halberdier against Paladin. But now the villagers are going down. We have only 7 villagers for DauT now, as opposed to 12 for the Viper. Onager is gonna go down. And we have seen this in the past. I think the last time that I saw Slavs being used in that match, I think it was like this: Halberdier and Siege Onagers. But the Viper playing Franks, he gets cheaper castles, so he can go and get the castle. He can get the map control as fast as possible. He's already trying to get 6 castles up. He's on 7 TCs. DauT on the other hand is on 3 TCs and 4 castles. Or that's the potential, that's what's being built right now. Kill enemy villas as soon as possible. Yeah. DauT did a good job defending though. He is only 2 villagers behind now. And he's actually 110 military units against only 53 for DauT. Now, DauT's going for the gold intensive army, but you can see already that he doesn't have any gold left. 35 gold for the Viper. So yeah, this is a very solid army composition, but DauT needs to pay attention because he's losing all the onagers pretty much for free. And the Viper is sniping the onagers, not only with the Paladin, but now also he's got the bombard cannons out, which Slavs don't get. So if DauT manages to counter the Paladin, Viper's gonna be in a tough spot because he's not gonna have enough gold to go for more Paladins himself. As you can see, he's going 26, throwing Axemen. But yeah, once again, we have more army for DauT. We have more villagers for the Viper though, and it seems like booming is going so much better for the yellow player. All the treasures are going down to bombard cannons right now. And this is 100% not worth it. That 1000 wood, 1000 gold going down, An additional 400 wood, 400 gold going down for DauT as well. And most of the engagements going on right here in the middle. And this is gonna be the thumbnail for YouTube. Just all the trebuchets destroyed. Could have done the same for the archers. But you can see right now that DauT's kind of struggling with the APM a little bit. He's not really able to use his army as well. Viper is holding on so much better. We have Boyars. Boyars, Halberdier. Yeah, going for barracks is the right choice. Another castle coming up here for DauT. Let's take a look at the resource income for both players right now. We have 1000 gold per minute income from Viper, only 400 for DauT. So booming is going pretty much in favor of the yellow player. DauT's without any wood, without any food anymore. 84 villagers, which means that he's not gonna be able to replenish his units as well anymore. Military units though, 20-30 only for the Viper against 124. So if DauT manages to do enough damage, he might be able to get back into the game. But right now things are not looking good. He doesn't have enough wood to even go for another TC with only 4 TCs. His booming is going to take a little bit of a hit. The Viper so far gonna be driving this castle down. Gonna be defending this. Yeah, this is pretty good for DauT. But this is pretty bad for him. Oh, this is good though. Turret going down. Instantly. And here in the middle, once again, castle went down for sure for the Viper. Population lead still there for DauT, who has over 3 times as much army. He's still with an insane amount of gold left. All things considered, I would like to see some Boyars coming out from this one and try to snipe the trebuchets. But yeah, the Viper's gonna sacrifice. The monk's gonna offer a sacrifice to the Lord to gain the Lord's favor. It was a bad idea to go with Trap so soon before killing Paladins and Bombards. I think he was trying to rush the castles down so that he could prevent the Viper from massing enough throwing axemen. But he was not paying he was not paying good enough attention to the onagers. He lost a lot of onagers pretty much for free. This is good though, this is good defense. He should be able to save most of those onagers. Yeah, there we go. 5 are still up, that castle is going to go down, but the Viper on the right hand side is already raiding over here with throwing axemen with 1 converted boyar. That castle is going to go up though, and we have a TC over here as well, 2 TCs over there, so that's going to be able to defend over there. But on the right hand side he has total map control, 3 castles on a hill, taking relics, going for the trebuchets, and this is going to be enough for DauT. Let's see. Yeah, it's gonna take this. The Viper's not paying attention. The Viper's probably paying attention over here. As you can see, bringing all the Halberdier forward. And throwing axemen as well. That's some good shots from the siege onagers. Keep in mind that Halberdier from Slavs are better because they get blast radius. They deal area damage, which Franks don't do, so it's pretty good. And Halberdier are pretty cheap as well. So yeah, population still higher for DauT, who still has around 3 times as much army, but that's so many more villagers for the Viper right now. And it seems like we are kind of struggling. Yeah, DauT's gonna send those units forward right now. But in the middle, things are going better for the Frank player. He managed to clean up all of the Halberdier. Now DauT's getting pushed back. He needs to try and save the trebuchets. He needs to go back. Let's see though, we're gonna see 1 conversion over here potentially. Nope. But yeah, you see, DauT had to bring all the Halberdier over that he had over here. So now this area is gonna get destroyed by the Viper single trebuchet. Potentially another one coming up. Yeah, 2 additional trebuchets coming up for the Viper over here. Gonna take that castle down. Not that it is protecting a lot, but it's gonna hurt DauT's ability to create boyars. The booming was heavily affected by the Viper snagging so many villagers from DauT. So right now DauT's pop, actually the Viper's pop cap, and DauT is only at 137. Castle's gonna go down, the throwing axemen are gonna start raiding over here. Those are villagers that DauT cannot lose, cannot afford to lose. Do Franks have bombard cannons? Yeah, they do, they do. Oh! Heavy scorpions! It is a huge hit, it is a huge blow for Slavs that they don't get bombard cannons, which Franks do. It's pretty much the all siege counter unit. But yeah, that's falling behind quite considerably right now. Throwing Axemen doing a good job over here. Cherry Sheds gonna remain up. And yeah, man, the game looks pretty over right now. The Viper's constantly pop cap. He has Paladin queued up, he has Monks queued up. He's got a good amount of bombard cannons. DauT on the other hand has 20 boyars, only 10 halberdier. Couple of heavy scorpions. Yeah, I don't think that's good enough. Let's see, HP pool is looking so much better for the Viper. It's better for DauT in this area, but the Viper is a little bit better overall because of the reinforcements. Taking a look at all the military in the map, it's so much better for the Viper. Monks for that is pretty good. But I feel like probably all the heavy scorpions are gonna go down now. Throwing Axemen, Halberdier going forward for the Viper, Paladin as well. On the right hand side we have a bunch of Throwing Axemen. Still that Trebuchet taking the castles down. We have additional 2, but the Boyars took them down. So it's only 1 Trebuchet over here, a couple of Trebuchet over here, and I think this one should be going down to Boyars. Yeah, there we go. Situation is kind of stabilizing. 170 population for the Viper, 120 for DauT. Gold concerns for the Viper are gonna prevent him from going for more Paladins and bombard cannons, which is good for the Slav player because of getting the superior halberdier. But he needs to, yeah, DauT still needs to take very good care of these units. Because right now the throwing axemen are going to just destroy the heavy scorpions. And on the right hand side he's still getting raided more and more. DauT's got the resources to go for 3 additional castles. Viper's gonna start raiding with the Paladin. This is gonna be very effective. Maybe. Or maybe not. Let's see. Oh, this is actually not bad. Yeah, DauT needs a couple more of halberdier over there. Yeah, he's gonna send 2 more. That's probably gonna be enough. But in the middle, he's getting pushed very hard by Vipers, throwing axes and bombard cannons. This is a very good army composition for the Viper. Quite solid. Gonna start taking the villagers over here once again. DauT cannot afford to keep losing eco. Is there no room for dogs? Feels like demos will clean out the siege onagers. Yeah, you can build dogs. You can, but because this is post-Imperial Age and against Franks and against halberdier as well, so against Paladin it's not good to go for boats. Against Slav, halberdier is not so good either. The Spearman line of units, they get bonus damage against ships, and they are super cheap, so it's not worth it to trade demolition ships for trash units. Yeah, game seems to be pretty much over right now. GG was called. GG was called, and that's gonna be the first victory for the Viper since game 1. Partial score is gonna be 3-2, and next game is gonna be, let me see, is gonna be Seize the Hump, which is, actually no, it's going to be Riverbed, which is the home map for the Viper. Alright. Should we take a look at the achievements? It doesn't feel like It feels kind of pointless, but whatever. Let's do that. Oops. Before they start the next game. Well, the KD you can see pretty good for the Viper, 6 to 5. More resources of everything because of getting more villagers out. Speaking of which, take a look at that villager count. Oh, by the way, research count, you can see here that yeah, actually Slavs get 3 extra technologies. Yeah, 11 castles for the Viper, 25% cheaper castles for Franks. Relics captured, 4 to 1 in favor of the Viper. Royal Gold, 2k, 135 to 102 villagers. And yeah, it was a pretty landslide. It was good when the Viper was not able to afford more Paladin, and then DauT was able to catch up in population, mostly with army, but then the army went down to castles, and eventually the Viper just came up on top with more villagers, a stronger eco. Alright, welcome everyone. It's gonna be... What? Malians versus Celts. Wait a moment. Wait. Wasn't this... this is the vibe... Wait. This... Wait. Oh, my bad. Okay, yeah, screwed up. Anyway. Welcome everyone to the 6th game in the MSC Best of 7 series between the Viper and DauT for the quarterfinals. This is Seize the Hump, and we're gonna see Celts versus Malians, which means that potentially for Riverbed, if we get a 7th game, we are gonna see Chinese versus Byzantines. So yeah, what do we have for this? If Celts get 15% faster moving infantry, they get 15% faster working lumberjacks, they get 25% faster shooting siege weapons, and finally they can convert sheep even if there are enemy units nearby, which means that this is a fantastic bonus for laming sheep. DauT, on the other hand, playing Malians, buildings cost 15% less wood. They also get +1 bonus pierce armor in barrack units per age starting in Feudal Age. So in Imperial Age, you have the year and oh, DauT, man, nasty. What is the Viper gonna do? So yeah, Halberdier and Champions in Imperial Age, they get +3 bonus pierce armor. So that is on top of plate mail armor, which gives them +3 +4. So that is +7 pierce armor. Yeah, this is pretty good, man. DauT was able to successfully lame this, so the Viper's gonna try to get this one. Let's see if DauT can prevent that from happening. DauT should know this. Yeah, of course, the counter lame. Yeah, he should know this. I think the Viper's probably gonna succeed in taking that boar. He already took the first boar, so it's not gonna be possible for DauT to actually counter lane. And yeah, I don't think DauT's gonna be able to stop this boar from going into the Viper's TC. Yeah, alright. So it's gonna be an equal situation for both players eventually. Yeah, before I keep forgetting, also Malians get free gold mining. So yeah, that's for the bonuses for them. They also get the team bonus of 80% faster university researches, and Celts get the team bonus, I think, 25% faster building siege weapons, I think. Yeah, this is Viper's home map, Seize the Hump. But I am quite sure that I saw that this was DauT's home map. But it was my bad, I must have confused them. Ripped out villager, I was not paying attention. Oh! The villager going down actually. You can see the brains out. You see the pink pixel? That is actually the brain of the villager. Oh man, it feels bad. barracks coming up. Yeah, it was going pretty well for DauT until that point. He's also milling the deer, so this is a very awkward situation for him. Those are resources that the Viper is not using because he pushed the deer close to the TC. Viper is going to be the first guy to move over to the middle area, and he's also going to take the better engagement here against this guy. Loam coming out for DauT, Village coming out for the Viper. DauT goes back to being DauT. I don't know, man. I honestly don't know. I think the leftover civilizations left for both players are kind of in favor of the Viper. I would have to think that. So I think DauT's gonna have to work extra hard to get a victory now. And the Viper is in a good position. It's going up a little bit earlier. Same amount of villagers, of course, because of DauT losing one vill. It's gonna be super hard to fight Celt infantry. So what do we have right here? A couple of infantry units from the Malian player. Causing the villagers from DauT to get idled a little bit over there, the gold, the stone miners, and we have Village has been reached for the Viper, who is going for Men-at-Arms. Now, Celt Men-at-Arms, they are, or Celt infantry in general, they are 15% faster. What this means is that if Viper gets a favorable engagement, DauT's not gonna be able to run away, and we have seen this in the past. We have seen this even with Japanese versus Celts. Oh man, the walls over there, the walls are not working. Men-at-Arms upgrade coming up. And yeah, we have seen this in Celts versus Japanese, that the Japanese player takes an unfavorable trade because of the superiority in numbers for the Celt player, and then the Celt Men-at-Arms, they just catch up and eventually kill everything. Villagers, Men-at-Arms, everything. Yeah, there we go. Better numbers for the Viper over here, getting the 5th Man-at-Arms. Should be going down now. 6th even. 6 Men-at-Arms. Interesting. Oh, this is gonna be bad though. Oh, this is awful. So the Viper is gonna start wreaking havoc over here at DauT's base. Oh no, DauT's gonna start losing villagers. The Viper's not paying attention. He's paying attention over here, trying to get the Men-at-Arms away. But now the villagers are gonna start going down. This is very sloppy. But at the very least, the Viper is gonna, yeah, get pushed away here by DauT's tower. So that's something, and now we have 4 Men-at-Arms about to wreak havoc over at Viper's base over here. KD though, 1-3 in favor of the Viper, or 3-1 in favor of the Viper, 1-3 unfavorable for DauT. And let's see this. Yeah, numbers are looking in favor of the Viper, so he needs to get out of there. DauT! There's 4 Men-at-Arms over here. He's trying to get the villagers. He might be able to get a villager or 2 over there. He's already 1 villager behind because of losing villagers over here. But we have 2 trades or 2 engagements going on right now. Both of them going in favor of the Viper. Oh, never mind. This got cleaned up. We have a couple of weak villagers over here, and the Viper's gonna have to pay attention. I think DauT's gonna try to debate this. Yeah, another villager should be going down. Let's see, DauT's paying attention. Another one goes down, and another one is going to go down as well, I think. Potentially. Oh, the trick. The quick walls. The insanely quick walls. And over here, DauT's getting pushed back by, yeah, the Viper's villagers. I think one of them is going to go down now. The villager counts 3 higher for the Viper. That tower is not going to go up. He needs a quick wall. He needs a quick wall, and no, that was not a good quick wall. That tower is going to stay down. And because of the 15% faster moving infantry units, all the villagers are going to go down. Absolutely all of them. 0 are going to get saved. And this is going to be the thumbnail, potentially. I don't know, man. There are so many potential thumbnails for this video. But yeah, now the tower is unprotected, so it's going to go down for sure. That's 6 Men-at-Arms taking the tower down. There's nothing for DauT to do anymore. He's 4 villagers behind. He's 3 military units against 7. He tried to quick wall, but this is still open over here. Yeah. The game's over, man. It feels over. Archer range coming up, I assume. Yeah. I don't know, man. This is potentially the only way left for DauT to come back. Double bit axe coming up now. We need the archers. Malians get alright archers. They don't get ring archer armor. Actually, wait a moment. What is the upgrade that they are missing? Actually, I think they do get ring archer armor, but they don't get bracer. I think they only get Balkan arrow, and I think they also are missing thumb ring, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, you can see the Minotaurs catching up super fast. Fortunately, DauT's gonna be able to save a couple of units over here. Could have been a lot worse in any case. Alright, now 2 full HP Minotaurs from DauT. Man, I am not even playing this, I am just casting, and it's so freaking hard to keep up with what they're doing. Just imagine being a player and having to play like this, pay attention to 1000 things at the same time, worry about getting raided, try to counter the units, trying to quick wall while you're trying to attack at the same time. Yeah, you see, it's super hard. Now DauT's getting pushed away from here. That is his entire with eco. Very unfortunate. He doesn't have enough stone for a tower because of going for the offensive towers. So he's gonna have to rely only on the TC to defend, and yeah, that's it. The GG has been called. That was a very well played game by TheViper. And a 3-3 partial score right now. So it's been equalized. The series has been equalized, and that means that we're gonna get a 7th game. So all seven possible games are going to be played. And I'm just super happy, actually, about DauT holding on so well, getting a couple of good victories. So let's go back. Alright. Achievements, real quick. Military scores 14-12 in favor of TheViper. Many of those were villagers from DauT. So arguably a lot more value in TheViper sniped units or snoop units. Anyway, food wood collection higher for TheViper, only more stone for DauT, and even then just a little bit. 69 actually. So gold collected 371, 312 for DauT. And that's about it. There's not a whole lot to see over here. Villager high, 8 higher for TheViper. And that's it. You can see here all the individual engagements. All the favorable individual engagements for TheViper. Each time you see a small bump over here, resulting in a smaller area for DauT, that's just TheViper. Yeah, sniping extra units. Alright. Perfect. Welcome everyone. This is Riverbed for the 7th game, the final game in the series between DauT and TheViper's best of 7 for the MSC quarterfinals. We have Byzantines and Chinese as they were. Those were the only civilizations left for both players. There's the only map left as well, which is DauT's home map. Now, the last time that I saw Viper play in this map, he got absolutely wrecked. He picked Koreans against Franks, I think, or was it Chinese? Don't recall, but yeah, he got kind of wrecked by Vilese. Let's see if DauT can pull that off again, or let's see if TheViper is gonna reign supreme as the King Cobra. So what do we have for Byzantines? They get 25% cheaper skirm line, spear line, and camel line of units. They get 10, 20, 30, and 40% more HP on their buildings. Starting in Feudal Age, starting in Dark Age, I mean, up until Imperial Age. They also get 20% faster shooting fire galleys. Actually, fire ships, I think. Fire galleys are unaffected, so fire ships and fast fire ships are better for them. They get 33% cheaper Imperial Age cost, and they get free Town Watch. So those are the bonuses for them. It's a bunch. It's a bunch. It's always hard to remember. The team bonus for them, I think the monks heal 50% faster. If I'm not recalling this incorrectly, please let me know. But I think that's the team bonus for them. For Chinese, on the other hand, we start with 3 extra villagers with minus 200 food and minus 50 wood, I think. They get 10, 15 and 20% cheaper technologies in Feudal Castle and Imperial Age. They get 50% more HP on Demolition Line units, which could be potentially good here, especially against the Byzantine fire ships. Other than that, they also get the TC can support 10 population as opposed to only 5, which is why he went for a single house at the beginning. TC has plus 5 line of sight, if I'm not mistaken. And I think those are all the bonuses for Chinese. I think the team bonus for them is getting plus 45 food or extra 45 food on the farms without needing to research anything, but that gets balanced out by not getting access to crop rotation in Imperial Age. Ah, this is pretty good for the Viper. He's got the better engagement. And let's see. Gonna be taking the elephant. So this is not good. DauT should be 1 villager ahead. Like consistently 1 villager ahead. Instead, the Viper managed to catch up. So yeah, the Dark Age is not looking that good for DauT anymore. 2 fishing ships over there for the Viper. We're gonna have the first fishing ship over there for DauT. So actually the villager numbers are actually higher for DauT, but because the Viper went for fishing ships earlier, he is able to get that. But yeah, it's gonna be an interesting matchup. And we have a random piece of ice over here for people to skate on. Gotta love it how the rock freezes, but the water doesn't. Although to be fair, this is a much larger body of water, so it takes longer to freeze. Anyway, Fuel Age coming up for the Viper. What is the strategy gonna be over here? He's probably not gonna try to go for fast castle, not with this population. That's probably not gonna be the case for DauT either. So what is this? It's gonna move villagers over to the wood line. For Byzantines, they usually go for trash. You can spam trash, you can spam pikemen and skirmishers because of them being cheaper. You can potentially go for minotaurs as well. You can go for archers. They get good infantry. They get fantastic archery. Cavalry is not the best. They get access to paladin, although no bloodlines. But at least they get plate barding armor, although they don't get blast furnace, so only iron casting. So infantry is gonna be better for Chinese. Cavalry should be better for Chinese, but it's gonna be cheaper for Byzantines. Archery is about even for both players, both getting access to fully upgraded arbalests, but Chinese getting access to Chukonu and Siege Ram, which Byzantines also get. And Chukonus, of course, they can shred through the rams, which is not the case for regular arbalest. And on water, we have for Byzantines fast fire ship. I believe they get everything. I believe they get heavy demolition ship, fast fire ship, they get shipwright, they get dry dock. I think they are probably only missing elite cannon galleon, but I'm not completely sure. Is that a piece of ice or is it the part of the wall? Check for John Slow. Alright, so we have boats for both players. Actually, that's going to be the second dock coming up for the Viper, who is going for Demolition Raft already. On the other hand, we have 2 docks, right? Yeah, for DauT. What is it going to go for? Let's see over here. Oh, close, close. It's going to try to get the villagers over there. Oh, but the relationship is going to get only one. That is not very good, but it's still alright. Could have been a lot worse for that, or a lot better for the Viper. Viper, by the way, is getting housed a little bit. Got the house up now. Wheelbarrow coming up for the Viper because we're getting housed, so that's going to be a nice little boost of his eco. But yeah, Chinese should have the upper hand in Fuel Age, in my opinion. Because of getting cheaper technologies, you can get better units faster. But yeah, right now the Viper is not making use of the 25% cheaper units for Byzantines, so yeah, it's gonna be kind of even up until Castle Age, up until Imperial Age, when we actually start seeing some differences in the navy. Chinese not getting fast fire ship, only galleon fire ship and heavy demolition ship. They don't get elite cannon galleon either. But Byzantines, I think they do. I think Byzantines get elite cannon galleon. If that's true, then they get like the entire dock. Kind of surprised that the Viper's not trying to snipe a villager over there. But yeah, the army count is going better for DauT. Villager count's going better for DauT as well. Defensive tower over here, taking the gold. We have defensive tower for the Viper somewhere as well. Okay, over here. It's taking the stone, so we are gonna see castles for the Viper eventually. Could we see cataphracts? They get anti-cavalry bonus armor. Another piece of ice! Now the Viper villagers can also skate on it. But yeah, man, this is not looking bad for DauT at all. And this is exactly the type of game that I wanted to see in last game of the matchup. Now let's see, this should be going in favor of the Viper, I think. Well, let's see. Okay, he's gonna have to go away now. Let's go away, repair a couple of those, get a couple more galleys or a couple of fire galleys. We have a demolition, a lone demolition ship over here. Keep in mind that DauT already is 5 villagers ahead of the Viper. So let's take a look over here. That's going to be very good. That's going to be very good. And only 1 villager! That is demolition ship nerf. I was expecting 5 villagers to go down at least. Now those are going to be idle. We're going to keep an eye on those until the Viper can. I mean, until DauT notices. Okay, he noticed. There we go. The Viper's going to go up to Castle Age. What is he gonna do? He's 6 villagers behind. Well, Byzantines. Against a Fuel Age player, you can go for knights if you want to. And there is nothing for them to counter that, not even spearmen. Can potentially go for archers if you wanted to. Archers, crossbows actually would counter DauT's army. And wouldn't be a waste of resources because of Byzantines getting access to fully upgraded arbalist eventually. Let's see. Yeah, DauT's gonna have to walk away. He's getting close to clicking up himself. He's going right now for the full walls, which is a wise move. This is at the very least gonna prevent any boats from going inside his eco. Should, in any case. But yeah, DauT's trying to do whatever he can to do some damage over here. Wheelbarrow is gonna finish researching, and DauT should be able to click up to Imperial Age. Does he have a market right now? He doesn't. Okay, so he's gonna be short on food a little bit, I think, right? Yeah, 300 food right now. Wheelbarrow about to finish researching. And there we go, the Viper already in Imperial, what? In Castle Age. Imagine a 19 minutes Imperial Age time. But no, he's already up in Castle Age. He's gonna be able to... Oh, there we go, DauT's going for the market right now, so he's gonna buy his way up. He's got a good amount of gold, he can sell the wood. And let's see. Yeah, this is still pretty good for the Viper actually. He's forcing DauT to pay attention over here. DauT should be trying to go up. He already has the resources to go up, but he is paying attention to that. I mean, he doesn't have the 800 food, but he has got enough resources to sell in the market. There we go. Castle Age coming up now for DauT. But the Viper is in such a great spot. DauT's over here trying to raid as well. That's why he was not paying so much attention. So at the end of the day, right now, DauT's on DauT's on 7 extra villagers, but going up to Castle Age means that he is gonna fall behind the villager count a little bit. Although now the Viper is probably gonna lose a villager, maybe even 2. Let's see. That's very good for DauT. You could say that he could just sacrifice his army right now, and it would be worth it because we're getting a couple of villagers, but that was only 1, not even 2, so I'm not really sure about that. Yeah, we'll try to get this one. Oh, DauT's gonna take now the fishing ships as well. So the blue player is doing a great job at doing as much damage as possible until he gets up to Castle Age. He's using all the Fuel Age units to the best of his abilities. And yeah, Viper is gonna start expanding over to the side. What is that gonna do? Is he gonna go for another TC, or is he gonna go for full army, full aggression? I think at this point he can afford to start booming a little bit. He needs to get the War Galley upgrade, but he should be able to boom and still remain ahead. He has 4 villagers ahead, going for Balkan Arrow right now. No second TC just yet though. Oh, there we go, second TC coming up with a bunch of villagers. So he's going to stay at the very least at the same level in eco as the Viper. What else are we seeing? More galleys coming up for DauT. The Viper on the other hand is going to go for 2 demolition ships. That was a good demo shot. Was not the best. But yeah, War Galley coming up now for DauT. He needs to avoid any engagements until he gets the upgrade. That is 20% faster attacking fire ships, man. Do it! Okay, he's going to clean this up. It was not as bad as I thought. But yeah, 3rd TC now coming up for the Viper as well. We are still on 2 only for DauT. He's still 1 villager ahead, but he's gonna start falling behind the villager count. He doesn't have enough resources to go for another TC himself. Let's see. Because of the tower buffs, Viper can't just turtle since DauT is making 0 land military. We could see a change in that. Monastery coming up. See, he's gonna try to pick the relics. He's going for, yeah, he's actually going for the time being, he's going for pure water units. That castle, oh, the castle is getting denied, it's getting denied. Oh man, the castle is going to up, it's going to go up, it's going to go up. It was not a DauT castle, unfortunately for DauT, it was not a Viper DauT castle. Oh, great shot over there. And DauT just can't catch a break. Now he has 6 villagers ahead, which is respectable, for sure. But man, we need to do something right now. Score is very even for both players. Viper's in a very good spot. Castle's already up, he's gonna be defending both gold lines over there, the wool line over here as well. Gonna start taking the stone apparently. So he's gonna be able to go for more castles eventually. DauT going for the 3rd TC, he's still 5 villagers ahead, so he might be able to retain his eco lead. This has been abandoned by the Viper already. He's moved over to, yeah, he's moved over to the land side, which is what you were saying, for sure. Chinese win this game. Let's see. The Viper has done a good job of taking all of his eco outside of the water because that was going heavily into water units. A couple of villagers going down now, still 4 villagers ahead for DauT, who is with the score lead. DauT's trying to get... Oh man. He's really trying to convert this, but that's 20% faster shooting fire ship. It's just so bad. Yeah, got like 3 villagers, delete the fire. It's already paid for itself. That TC doesn't have any villagers nearby, so he could potentially just go here. What is the range for the war galleys at this point? 8. And 8 range for the castle as well. Okay, there we go. DauT's doing the right thing over here. He's going to push all the villagers away. The Viper's going to have to lead that wool line. He's going to lose a villager over here. We don't have ballistics yet for either player, so that's why he's not able to really snipe that. But he can sit here. He can sit here. He can be alright. He can be chilling. Sit over here, deny the gold, force the Viper to go for the land area, then potentially go for some land aggression. But the Viper is gonna go for 2 monasteries. Is gonna go for siege. On the left hand side, what is he doing? He's got a couple of villagers over here. He could potentially go for a TC, or he could go for a stable or something like that, try to raid the land. But this is gonna be an arena kind of push for the Viper. I'm not really sure if DauT's gonna be able to take this. Villager got killed over there, and now at the very least DauT knows what's coming his way. He has already seen both monasteries, and he's already seen the siege workshop. So we're gonna see now a tower coming up. Garrison the villagers, man. What? What is he paying? He's paying attention to this. Okay. Villager count has been equalized right now. The military scores, or the military units, is so much higher for DauT. I don't think he's gonna be able to stop this. We have siege over there. He's not gonna be able to build the towers. That castle is going to go up for sure. DauT doesn't have the resources to go for a castle himself. He's just gonna choose to abandon ship. He's leaving. He's saying, okay, the right hand side's all yours. I don't care, I don't need it anymore. It's not like there was any gold over here or anything. Actually, it was not a good spot for DauT to move to. That's going to be a lot of idle villagers though. And this is what I want to see. Ballistics has already been researched for DauT. We have Fervor, Sanctity coming out for the Viper. So Byzantines get all the monastery upgrades except for Herbal Medicine, which is not relevant in this matchup very much. So the middle has been taken by DauT. Still idle villagers for...
Thank you, you wonderful man!
Oh, Dr. Slow coming up with a subscription. Thank you so much, man. You're joining now the select handful of subscriptors that we have in the channel. Thank you so much for the sub. Cheers, man. Cheers. DauT chooses to abandon ship and runs towards the water. Yeah, he's going to more shallow water so that he can walk over there. That was an effective push from the Viper. However, DauT is going up to Imperial Age. Now, we need a castle, we need trebuchets, and we need Imperial Age units. We are going for crossbows already. This could potentially be very good for DauT, as long as he doesn't take an awful trade against mangonels. He's gonna be fine. It's gonna be just fine. So I would like to see DauT try to take that TC down, as he's just idle in the war galleys over here, is not doing anything. At the very least, you might just try to get it down. Now in Imperial Age, he's gonna have more range than the tower, so he could potentially do that. Take the tower down as well, potentially come over here with the castle, take this area. But yeah, right now, let's see. We have a lot of ships over there. Imperial Age coming up for the Viper as well, who is now getting very close to 20 extra villagers, and this is looking like, if the Viper wins this, it's going to be a reverse sweep. 8 subs! Yeah! Winning! Alright, Imperial Age has been reached. DauT is How's it though? 122 population. Bracer and handcart coming up. He's not going for Arbalest just yet. The Viper has got so many monks over there. Fish traps. Okay. And man, this is a very cramped space. We have 3 Magnuses over here. We have only a handful of crossbows. We need to wait for the Arbalest. We need to wait. Don't engage this with crossbows. Don't do it. Don't do it. DauT. DauT, wait for the Arbalest upgrade. Oh my god. Go back. Go back. Oh man, this is so bad. Already got 1 conversion. Successful conversion. Only 1 though. Okay, this is not so bad. 2 monks going down. Oh, Viper's getting pushed away. Now Arbalest upgrade about to hit. And there we go. We have the Arbalest taking 1 mangonel, taking the other one very soon. Very good dodge over there. Oh, this is so good. DauT's taking a huge engagement over here. Favorable for him. On the other side though, we have Viper trying to convert these units. We have the castle coming up for DauT, and I don't think the Viper's going to be able to stop this. Archer range is coming up for the Viper, so it's going to be Arbalest for both players. Now we have archers, not even crossbows, not even, of course, not even Arbalest for the Viper. So this is not going to be bad. This is not going to be bad, but we need trebuchets on the right hand side as well. We have castles over here for the Viper. We have castles and TCs over here for the Viper. This one's going to go down. That's going to deny the gold income for him. But yeah, this should be going in favor of DauT, I think. This is probably going to go in favor of DauT as well. He's already going for the trebuchet over here. Sending a lot of villagers forward. And we have 114 villagers for the Viper. Only 98 for DauT, but 16 of those are idle. 27 are idle for the Viper right now. And what is this? The Viper is going to start losing villagers. We have already ballistics for DauT, which means that a lot of villagers are going to go down. And actually that TC doesn't have enough garrison space for all the villagers, but the castle is going to help, and the other TC is going to help as well. So doing some chip damage over there, but catching up in villager count slowly but surely. DauT only with 10 less villagers. Getting the trebuchet over there, Galleon upgrade, and elite skirmisher coming up as well. So it's going to be Arbalest, Galleon. It's going to be skirmishers against what? Against trebuchets, against potentially Arbalest for the Viper, who was going for archers. Yeah, we have only crossbow upgrade for the Viper. Still no Arbalest. This area is very well protected by DauT. That TC, that castle should be going down, and if it doesn't, it's going to be a stone pit for the Viper. It's going to be a money drain. That one is going to go down as well. We have 2 trebuchets over here for, yeah, DauT, and 2 for the Viper, but the HP is actually, I forgot about the bonus, 40% more HP for the Byzantine buildings. So yeah, both are going to go down at about the same time. Yeah. Okay. We have the Arbalest coming back from DauT over here on the right hand side. That castle is still staying up, man. 40% more HP. This is so good for the Viper. It's keeping him alive so far. This is actually pretty good. With the Galleon, he is outranging the castle, so he can take the trebuchets down. This one staying up for the time being. Left hand side, skirmishers over here for the Viper. A couple of Arbalests for DauT. A couple of skirmishers over there as well. Should not be bad trade for DauT. Oh, but he's not paying attention. He's not paying attention. He's okay. There we go. Okay. Potentially the trebuchets are going to go down for the Viper, but these ones though are not looking good for this treb war is not looking good for DauT at all. Right hand side, he's still denying some of the Viper's eco, but we still have over 20 extra villagers for the yellow player. Over here he is uncontested. Left hand side, he is winning the battle, pushing the Arbalists away with the elite skirmishers. In the middle, winning the trebuchet war. That castle staying up. It's been a money pit for the Viper for sure, and we have more military units for DauT. But I am kind of surprised that he's not taking advantage of the Galleon range to try and get the trebuchet down. He's going for more trebs, but he doesn't have any villagers anymore. What are we gonna see? Are we gonna see siege rams potentially? Heavy plow coming up for DauT. Two-man saw coming up for the Viper. Oh, a light cavalry. Beware of the cheaper halberdier for Byzantines, but I think at this point in time the Viper actually doesn't have even the pikeman upgrade. So this could potentially work. Remember, Chinese get the full blacksmith, so they get plate, paladin armor. These units already have that. We need potentially up to blast furnace, but yeah, it's okay. That castle is going to go down as long as DauT can keep aggression away from the Viper and he can start raiding, which he's already doing. This should be fine. This is going to help all the arbalists to defend against skirmishers. An arbalest upgrade coming up for the Viper. Cat ram coming up for DauT. Forging as well to improve the light cavalry. Yeah, this is actually not that bad. Yeah, this is gonna go in favor of DauT. So the middle seems to be pretty much in possession of DauT. This is the only thing that he has not managed to take. And just because of the bonus HP for Byzantines. There we go. We have rams coming up. Now the churches are going forward, but let's see. DauT's taking the castle down. Now he's gonna start taking the archery ranges down. And we have the arbalists defending against the light cavalry. When we have the numbers over here in favor of DauT, he should be able to clean this up. And the Viper is gonna start taking the goal. He doesn't care about this. He's got a lot of villagers already. Both players house it at 160 population. But let's say over here, DauT starts raiding with the light cavalry. Might be able to deny the TC. The TC has been destroyed over there by the Viper. And all the villagers are gonna have to go in here, try to garrison in the TC, which doesn't have enough population space, or actually garrison space for all the units. So the Viper is gonna start losing more and more. Over here, DauT's gonna go for a castle. I'm not really sure about that one, man. This has already been won by DauT. What is the castle gonna do over there? He doesn't have any resources over here to take. Actually, he doesn't. He doesn't have any resources over here to take. He's only got wood. I would rather have tried to get the castle up somewhere else, probably here. Try to push with the ram, get the castle down and get a castle up here. But oh man, this doesn't do anything for DauT right now. Pikemen are already out for the Viper, and that's gonna be a huge issue for DauT. So good thing that he's got a couple of supplementary units over here to snipe the pikemen with. But the villager count still higher for the Viper, military count still higher for DauT. Very intense game. Going forward with the cat ram, and the villagers are gonna start fighting over here for sure. More light cavalry. He needs to send the light cavalry forward and defend the rams with them. Guess he's losing this. Or what are we gonna see? Raiding. So we have pikemen coming out for the Viper, but pikemen are not gonna be good for counter-attacking. So we're gonna need something else. Pikemen and arbalest could potentially be an answer, but then that gets countered by either scorpions or elite skirmishers. There are golden stone mines. Over here? There is one stone mine, but it's far away from the range of the castle. This is not in range of the castle either. He already won this. In any case, I would have preferred to get the castle up here. But welcome, fire. Map control is good though. The Viper is uncontested on the right hand side or in the top. We have some cataphracts, which are very good. Arbalists over here. So cataphracts are going to go down to arbalists, and so will halberdier. What else are we gonna get here? We need something else. Yeah, the light cavalry are not gonna work against halberdier anymore. Doesn't need to protect the resources per se. It's a good point. You can garrison the villagers if you get aggroed, right? It makes more sense like that. Yeah, that is true. But yeah, man. Higher population for DauT, more villagers for the Viper, higher score for the Viper, but it's a very even game so far. It could go either way, 100%. Still some cat rams over here. Viper already has resources to go for a siege ram, upgrade. DauT doesn't, unfortunately. Oh, light cavalry raiding over here. He's spending all the wood, all the food trying to get the light cavalry out. 14 either villagers for DauT at this point, 11 for the Viper. Castle coming up. I like this castle a lot. Yeah, this is pretty good. DauT should be able to get this engagement. He's got the range units to get the halberdier, and he's got the light cavalry to get the skirmishers over here. So this is not bad at all. Viper's gonna have to move back. Siege workshops coming out for the yellow player. 3 trebuchets are gonna start tearing this down. The Viper's not gonna be able to deploy this because of the military presence of DauT over here. Cat Ram pushing forward, and it seems like that castle, which has been protected, the middle area for the Viper for so long, is finally gonna go down. The raiding keeps going on over here. Still we have 6 extra villagers for the Viper, but the population pop cap for DauT. Castle did eventually go down. All the rangers are going down now to the Cat Ram. Siege workshops have been denied. And this is looking pretty good for DauT right now. We have extra population, we have a solid army composition. We have the siege to push forward and eventually clean up the entire middle area. If the Viper loses this, that's a lot of villagers that are going to be unprotected. And yeah, this is not looking bad at all for DauT. He needs to keep sending reinforcements though. And what do we have going on over the rest of the map? Alright, stable, getting denied over there. Yeah, and the halberdier are going to defend us for sure. So DauT needs to stop sending units over there. Probably send them over here. There we go! Siege Ram upgrade has already been hit. Has already been researched for DauT. Barracks are going to go down. Relic count anyone? There we go. 4 relics for DauT. 1 relic for the Viper only. Not that Byzantines need any gold, but the game is looking better and better by the minute for blue player, who is now taking the TC down, is taking full middle control. And if you add that to the left hand side area where he also has full map control, he is with over 66% of the map control right now. This is not looking bad at all. This is not looking bad at all actually. Mostly halberdier over here for the Viper, which are going to go down to ballistics enabled archers and skirmishers. Those light cavalry are going to take the skirmishers out, and the Viper with 174 population still holding on, taking full advantage of the north area, trying to spread his eco all over the board. But yeah, that's sitting in a lot of resources, a lot of villagers, good military composition. This is looking super solid. This is looking super solid, man. The Rams are going to soak the damage from the skirmishers, and the light cavalry are going to murder those as long as there are no halberdier present. And yeah, DauT already has the units over here to fight halberdier with. So I would say this is a perfect army composition for what the Viper has to offer right now. That castle could potentially go down, and I think Cataphract is going to be an instrumental unit over here. They don't have a lot of pierce armor, so they do go down to Arbalest. But still pretty good. The Viper might actually get house here if he keeps losing houses. It's gonna go for more barracks, and we are gonna see a bunch of halberdier coming out. We need something else for DauT over here. Where are all his military units? He's trying to raid. He's going forward with Siege Ram alone, unprotected Siege Ram. Those are going to go down to Arbalest for sure. I mean to Cataphracts for sure. The raiding is good though, but the Viper is just getting free population space for military. He doesn't have a lot of resources. If we take a look at the queued resource, the queued military units right now, we have a couple of Cataphracts coming out from the Viper, a couple of halberdier, a couple of light cavalry. But man, he doesn't have the resources. DauT has a lot more resources. He's even going for cavalry right now. Cavalier. This is looking pretty good for DauT. 10 idle villagers for the Viper. This is pretty much... This got pretty much taken off the hands of the Viper. So this is pretty much his entire eco. This, some of this, which is very exposed right now. Another castle coming up. That's a beautiful castle. Man, the Viper's holding on. He doesn't want to give up because this is the final game, and this has been a fantastic series. But I think, judging by the resources and judging by the military composition, I think for the first time in a long time, the Viper is about to get knocked off a tournament, a major tournament, by DauT. That castle is going to go up for sure. And with that up there, that's going to be his stepping stone to destroy the rest of the Viper's eco. Elephant running. Only one trebuchet is going to go down to the cavalier as well. Yeah, man. Market coming out for the Viper. Well, his population is still solid, but he's been getting pushed and pushed harder and harder, further and further, and he hasn't been able to stop it. Siege Workshop coming up. That's going to get denied for sure. Just an endless stream of siege ramp coming forward for DauT over here. Gonna start absolutely raising all the buildings over here. GG has been called, and for the first time in years in a major tournament, DauT knocks the Viper off the tournament in the quarterfinals stage of the cup. That was an insane game for DauT, and that was an incredible series from both players. I am super excited to have been able to cast this. The writing was on the wall for sure, but man, I am without words. I am without words. So I'm just gonna keep repeating this. I am without words. And there we go, the final oops. Just sorry. It was just a reflex. 4-3 in favor of DauT. Fantastic, fantastic game. Super close, back and forth between both players. I really thought he was gonna fall behind after he lost like 3 to 4 trebuchets trying to get the castle, this castle, because of the extra HP for the Byzantines. But yeah, man, just very good. Just GG, no good luck next. Sorry about that. Okay, guys, it's time. We're gonna take a quick look at the achievements. And after that fantastic series, I hope you're looking forward to the 3 months of Bully Premium. Everyone! Exclamation mark raffle! To join the chance of winning your free Bully Premium months. 3 months of gold Bully Premium. Bully Premium, everyone. Bully Premium. Yeah, exclamation mark raffle, don't forget. There we go. Military stats. So much better KD for DauT. Pretty good. Eco stats. More food, stone, and gold collected for the blue player. Wood collection higher for the Viper. As for fuel age, castle age time faster for yellow, imperial age time faster for DauT, which was instrumental. And yeah, that's it. It was a super even game. Actually, villager hide, forgot about that. Relics capture as well, 4-1. A lot more relic gold from DauT, or for DauT. And yeah, there we go. Super even game, back and forth, eventually going in favor of the blue player, who's going to be finding himself in the semi-finals coming up next weekend. I hope to have you all here as well. So yeah, for YouTube, this has been Nova. Thank you so much for watching the series. It's been a pleasure to cast, and I hope to see you live here on Bubbly Official on twitch.tv/Bubbly Official next weekend or on Tuesday, which are my weekly streams. And yeah.